Y'all ready for this? I need my guitar out. Hold on. Yeah! You hate me, so you criticize me. You hate how you look me in the eye. See, hate to stop being so weak. Don't be obediently. They told me then and there without a sense of irony that they're all mindless and they might as well just be machines. Told me I'm the one and just the same damn thing. They've been the wordy on this virgin happy show. I'm no different, I am every loony thing they say. And then they hit me with the realization, warning, warning. I would rather die than be a loser one more day. So friends are gonna to kill each other. Left side, right side, bodies falling off the stage. Then cameras file you left side, right side, wanting just to hear them say, you are king, you are king, you are king. Forgotten all my lyrics. Watching in my hands are weak, can't compete, I'm not observing. Love, rat-ta-ta, keeps me upside the head, am I am down. Alright, fuck it, I'm restarting this. I don't like how this is going. I'm restarting this. I want a good... Hi everyone, my name is Cupgood, welcome to my debut. I'm restarting this whole song because I forgot a bunch of my lyrics and I want to do it again. So here we fucking go! Take two! That's... You gotta restart. When stuff isn't going well, you can't be just going all, like, terrible the whole time. You gotta restart, get a good headspace. And I fucking love this song, so let's fucking go. Take two, 1, 2, 3. You hate me, so you criticize me. You hang me and say there is no darling. Pray to stop being so weak and be put away obediently. They told me then and there without a sense of irony, we're all mindless and we might as well just be machines. Sadly grovel here on wishing for the same damn thing, to win some pity on this virgin happy show. Much better. I'm no different, I am every puny thing they say. And then the realization hit me with no warning. I would rather die than be a loser one more day. So, what is that line again? Right! Alright, so bare our teeth and watch us kill each other. Left side, right side, bodies falling off the stage. Can't help but smile, you left side, right side, wanting just to hear them say, you are king, you are king, you are king, you are king. Killing everyone for you. Can't wait to hear that darling, laugh away the page and pain. I'll make it once and one of rain. Watching in my hands a week, I can't compete. I'm not deserving love, ra-ta-ta. Kicks me upside the head and I am down. Was I different? Was I every puny thing they say? Then the realization hit me with no warning. Would it time to be another loser day? No time to think, just have to kill each other. Left side, right side, bodies falling off the stage. Can't help but smile, you left side, right side, wanting just to hear them say, you are king, you are king, you are king, king. That's what I'm fucking talking about. That's how you do a debut song. You mess up the first half and then you redo it again. Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Goodle. Thank you very much, chum. And that's not the only song that I have for you all today. There's going to be way more after. At the end of the stream, I'm going to be moving on to an introduction of who I am. And at the end, we're going to have an extra little concert for you all, featuring both an original song by me and an original song by me and my chat, who helped write this song together. But for now, let's move on to introduce who the heck I am and what the heck I'm about. Let's go. After I put my guitar away. There, you're beautiful baby. There you go. Just stay right there. You did good. I'll see you there again later, a little bit later. All right. Let's move on to our debut slides. How does that sound? Hello. This is volume okay? I've got my voice, I've got the BGM going. I want to make sure it's not too loud. It's brand new BGM just for this debut. Volume sounds good. Thank you very much, Bebe. That sounds great. That's awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so glad it all worked because I was coming down to the wire with this debut. I was getting stuff done to the very last minute. I was been working over the last month or so just on everything you see in front of you. Slides, backgrounds, music. Everything that you see is basically new. The background music is new. The slides are new. The backgrounds are new. All this music is new. There's animations. There's drawings. There's so much that went on behind the scenes, and I didn't even get everything I wanted to done. But we're gonna go and make the best of this because I'm very excited. I'm so glad to have some of you guys here that I recognize and know very well. It's nice to see you. And if you're checking out the debut, welcome. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Goodle. I am a Noodle Cup Vtuber, Sentient Noodle Cup Vtuber, and I'll be going through some slides to show you who exactly I am and what I'm about and what you can expect from my stream. And one of those things is no matter where you are, I want to welcome you. So, minna-san, Goodle no channel yokoso. Debut 配信 Oi. よかったです。お疲れ様だけど、デビュー配信楽しみ。So, let's see who is Goodle. Goodle は、誰ですか? Who am I? What am I about? Well, I'm here to tell you. I'm a sentient Noodle Cup VTuber. let's get out a little hand to help, why don't we? Woo! How does that look? That looks pretty good to me. So, I am a sentient Noodle Cup VTuber, type Noodle Cup Fairy. You might be wondering, like, what sort of, noodle, how can a Noodle Cup be talking? How can Noodle Cup be hand? I'm actually a Noodle Cup Fairy, like a fairy godmother or like the Tooth Fairy. And the lore is, if you wish super hard, when you're hungriest in your heart, when you absolutely need just a ramen cup of some kind, you wish super hard to the Noodle Cup Fairy, to Cup Goodle, and guess what? A hot, steamy cup of noodles, of cup ramen, will appear in front of your eyes on your counter. Just in your kitchen. I'm the fairy that delivers noodle cups to all the hungry boys and girls. VTuber のタイプはフェリーです。Noodle Cup Fairy. How would I explain this in Japanese? It would be Noodle Cup. Just めっちゃ欲しいbar. That would be me. 僕は来るよ. I will be there. That's kind of a bad translation, but I will be there if you are very, very hungry, if you absolutely want a noodle cup. What's my birthday? This is unrevealed information previously. I have never revealed this. お誕生日は何ですか? April 1st, because you guys know what day April 1st is. It's a day very fitting of me. It's April Fool's Day, and guess who's the April Fool? This guy right here. I am the April Fool. My birthday is April 1st. お誕生日は, is it 4月 or 4月? I forget. But that is 4-1. April 1st. And age, this is also unrevealed information. Well, I've been around for as long as noodle cups have been around, you guys. And the first noodle cup was invented in 1971. Which makes me 51 goddamn years old. People make fun of being boomers, of VTubers that are boomers, but the first Noodle Cup was invented in 1971. I'm the boomerest of all boomers. I'm all of your dads. You're all my children. Age like fine noodles and wine, which surprisingly, when you put them together, do not age well at all. They age like hot garbage. Do not put wine in your noodles, please. Although, please enjoy some wine with your noodles responsibly if you are of drinking age in your country. I gotta say that legally. And gender, male, otoko desu. Otoko desu. I am a noodle cup fairy who's kind of, could be anything he wants to be, and I want to be this. So I'm this. Pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. So, next slide. My streams. Let's talk about what you guys can expect from my streams. What kind of streams you're gonna get on Cup Goodle's channel. 僕の配信は何ですか? Games! Gamer! I love retro games, platformers, RPGs, puzzle games. Retro action RPG puzzle です. Puzzle が好きです. So, retro games, I'm a big, old school fan. Obviously, if I was born in 1971, I had to have grown up playing all sorts of old games. And so, I love old Nintendo games. I love old Super Nintendo games. And not only do I love playing all of those just over and over and over again on the Switch or on any other sort of virtual consoles, I still have, in my room next to me, all of my old game consoles from when I grew up. I have a Super Nintendo, I have an N64, I have a Wii that plays GameCube games, a Wii U. It's all Nintendo stuff. And I still have the majority of games that I grew up with. And so not only do I love replaying all that stuff, and of course ROMs and stuff of old games that I had before, but I'm gonna be planning on streaming a whole bunch of those old consoles as well. So, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, those types of games I'm planning on streaming. Platformers, action games. I love games. I love platformers. I love difficult platformers too. I love games like Celeste. I love games like Hollow Knight. And if those games are difficult, if those games are challenging, I'm going to be playing it the whole way through. And they might even be frustrating at times, but I love the challenge and I love going through that. RPGs, things like Pokemon, JRPGs, anything like that. I love those a whole bunch. The only thing that stops me from going through a whole bunch of those constantly is just how long they are. And sometimes I just want to play a shorter game. But absolutely one of my favorite genres, and I loved it a whole lot as a kid. And puzzle games. I love feeling like I have a big noodle brain. I love scratching my noodle in more ways than one, but this time it's about puzzle games. So those are some of my favorites. You'll notice that it's not really like shooters or first-person stuff or anything like that. I tend not to play a lot of shooters. I tend to play more of the like side scrollers or puzzles, the ones that are difficult in a different way. Next, art. So I do a lot of art on my channel. I do a lot of art just in general. In fact, all these things that you guys saw on the channel, or see on the channel right now, were drawn by me, including me. Hello. I do character illustrations, both of VTubers and of original characters. I do animations, which you've already seen one, that opening animation of the now loading screen. That was drawn by me and sung by me. Animations, here's the thing, I actually like animations better than doing illustrations, because at least animation, it's kind of a lot of busy work for a nice rewarding thing, but illustrations aren't as fun for me, but I do a whole lot of them for both the channel and otherwise. Music. I mean, you guys have already experienced that, like that cover of King, guitar and singing karaoke. That cover of King, you might have noticed, had some English lyrics to it. Those English lyrics were written by me. I wrote the English lyrics to that based on, like, I did my own translation or used other translations of the lyrics and rearranged the words and wrote new lyrics entirely to that kept the same vibe of the song. They do not mean the same thing as the original words. They have the same sort of sound to them and they have the same vibe of the song, but they have a totally different meaning to them, and it's totally original to me. I'll definitely post a video or a full recorded version of it eventually, and you guys can, with lyrics, so you guys can see what they are. I love doing that. Lots of writing songs together with chat, lots of original songs. That King cover was kind of a karaoke plus an original song. Saki ni King no uta wa cover kedo the kotoba original kotoba desu. I wrote the words to it. Now this is one thing you guys might, writing songs together with chat. I mentioned that previously. I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream, that there might be some songs that feature the chat on them. And this is something that I've done once and want to do even more. I had people in the chat give me lyric ideas and give me topic suggestions, and I improvised some songs according to what they suggested. And then wrote, and using a die, I decided the chords of the song. So it was all completely random, it was all completely improvised, and it was with help from the chat for lyric ideas, and we wrote some songs together, just some starts of some songs together. And at the end of this stream, you guys are going to get to hear the complete version of one of those songs written by chat. It's about Back for Blood. It's kind of funny. So those are the types of things. I'm going to be doing a lot of guitar, a lot of singing. I love it very much. And you're going to get to hear a whole lot on this channel. Finally, other types of streams that I want to do and that I have done in the past before. D&D and TRPG streams. I love D&D. I love D&D 5th edition. I've been playing for about 5 years and have been DMing most of that. Like, actually, I've been DMing all of that time, but by most of that time, I mean I spend most of my time as a DM. I run, like, I used to run 3 games a week while playing 1, and now I play 2 and run 1, but I actually I'm eager to get back to DMing several games a week. ASMR. I love ASMR, you guys. ASMR is so good. ASMR is just so good for my brain and so good. And I want to try it. I've ordered a Blue Yeti mic, which is, you know, very beginner. It's a very beginner ASMR mic, but you know, it works for, you know, 3-dimensional left and right recording. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna try it out, see what it feels like to do some ASMR. Right now I have 1 ASMR video on the channel, and it's a sleeping dragon ASMR that has the sound of like a sleeping dragon. Like that. And that it's just a looping one of that I put on the channel because that's a very, very nice, rumbly, relaxing sound. I want to try a whole bunch of different things because I fucking love just weird sounds. I fucking love just taps and crinkles and dings and stuff. Particularly excited for ASMR-wise or just in general. And then, of course, Japanese and English lessons. I've been studying Japanese for a couple of years now, but sort of on and off as a hobby, not super hardcore, only once or twice a week, which is why my Japanese is still kind of mediocre. A lot of these Japanese things right here, I wrote myself. I did. いっぱいな翻訳。ここの翻訳は自分する。けど、Google 翻訳を使う時々。I need to use Google Translate sometimes. I often use Google Translate to just check if my translations are correct. And so I do a lot of Japanese Japanese study streams. I will use Wani Kani to study kanji. I'll type sentences and try to practice grammar. And English lessons as well. I love teaching and I love talking about English, and plenty of people are, you know, excited to learn English from watching Vtubers. And so I would love to do some more English lessons. I have only a few up right now. They're mostly answering questions about English. So Chum, to answer your question in general, anything I'm excited for in general, I am super excited to start doing more ASMR. And I am super excited to hopefully get a sort of regular streaming D&D group together. I've talked to some friends about it, and like some of them seem pretty excited, but you know, you never know what people's schedules are going to be like, and nothing has been planned out yet. And even if it's not D&D, if it's some other system or TRPG, I would love to DM a game, a VTuber game with people. Whatever it is, how long it is, doesn't even matter. So those are the things that I'm probably most excited about, Chum. Now, games I love. We're getting into the KG's favorite games. What kind of games does Goodle like playing specifically? You guys saw the genres, but let's see some very specific ones. Metroid and Golden Sun, baby! Best 2 games in existence! I fucking love these games so much. These are the best games. These are just my absolute favorite series. I love Metroid, Golden Sun. Best games ever. Metroid, the entire series, is just my absolute favorite series of all time. There's not a game I dislike except for that one that came out on the DS that was sort of like a starter game that it doesn't really have Metroid in it. But besides that one, there's not a game that is unfun. There's some that are amazing, some that are less amazing, but I don't care. I love Metroid so much. I love Samus. I love the gameplay. I love Metroidvanias because of that, and any sort of Metroid-style game. Metroid, my love. I love you so much. I love weird aliens and planets and robot suits and fucking arm cannons. It's so fucking good, you guys. Sorry about that. It's so fucking good. And Oh my god, you guys, Golden Sun. I love Golden Sun so much. Hold on a moment for Golden Sun. Okay, it's been like 20 years and we're not getting another one. Golden Sun. Golden Sun is that game that no one has played except for 12 people, but those 12 people all think it's their favorite game. And I think that's a little special. That, people have heard about it now. A lot of people have kind of heard that, like, oh yeah, some people really like the game. Like, I never played it. Like, yeah, no one fucking played it. That was the point. 6 people played Golden Sun. And like, the 6 of us know how fucking good it is. Everyone else is just like, yeah, whatever. It was that game, I guess. Cammy, please tell me you played Golden Sun. Please tell me you're one of the 12 people who played Golden Sun and are super cool. Because if you are, then like, you get to join the super cool Noodle Cup. You're one of the 12? Let's fucking go. Cammy Rollins. We knew she was based, but we didn't realize how based she actually was. She's one of the 12 who played Golden Sun. And although I, don't really like Dark Dawn as much as the first two are so good that I have replayed them so many times. That might be the game, maybe, like, between, like, Pokemon Red and Blue and Golden Sun 1, those might be the games that I've replayed the most in my life. Just dozens of times. And I will never get sick of them. They're just so absolutely flawless and perfect. Now, beyond those two favorite series, let's see some more. What we got here? The Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, Fire Emblem, Mega Man, F-Zero, Super Mario RPG, Resident Evil, Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, Celeste, Axiom Verge, Dicey Dungeons, Monster Sanctuary fighting games. These are just a selection of some of my favorite games of all time. I love the entire Legend of Zelda series. I'm not sure there's a game that I dislike from the Legend of Zelda series. I'm pretty sure they're all awesome. I'm pretty sure I love all of them. And despite loving the classic Zelda, formula, I think Breath of the Wild might be my favorite. At least it was when I first played it. But I wonder if, Breath of the Wild is going to be as fun on a second playthrough. Or, because the Ocarina of Time is also another game that I've replayed constantly. And, especially like the first half. So let me tell you guys a story. When I was growing up, I used to go over to my dad's house. My parents were divorced. We used to go over to my dad's house and like every other weekend, and we would rent video games for that weekend. I would constantly rent Ocarina of Time. That was the game that I rented when I was growing up. I told you I was a boomer. And there was always, like, this was back in like the cartridge, rental days, and so there was always someone else's save file, and I had to start from scratch, and I would get halfway through the game to, like, the forest temple or the fire temple or something, and then we would have to leave and we'd have to return the game because the weekend was done. So we would go and give it back to the store. And so I replayed the first half of Ocarina of Time dozens and dozens of times. I got so good at that first half of the game, and as a kid, I never beat the entire game. And it wasn't until the GameCube version, the Master Quest version, came out years later that as an adult, I bought it and finally beat it. And finally beat Ocarina of Time. That's a game whose first half I've played so much. Baby, we share a lot of favorites. Which ones are your favorites? Which ones, or if it's a longer game, then which ones aren't your favorites? Favorite Zelda game probably is Breath of the Wild at this point. Also, I think it's Breath of the Wild at this point, or Ocarina of Time, one of those two. I think I could replay Ocarina of Time just constantly. I think Ocarina of Time is a timeless game that, it's probably nostalgia for me. Like, it's definitely a nostalgic game. But other than that, Breath of the Wild probably. Yeah. Now, Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I will replay Pokemon Red and Blue. Like, there were a good time in my life where I was replaying Pokemon Red and Blue every year. And it was just like something that happened in the fall or the winter. I would just get the hankering to play Pokemon Red and Blue. And I would replay it again. I love that janky ass old game. It's broken as shit. It absolutely is taped together at the seams and it's coming apart, but I fucking love it so much. And every Pokemon game is fun. Even the ones you guys don't like, every Pokemon game is fun.
and I enjoy it. Fire Emblem is one of my favorite series of all time. I've played every single Fire Emblem game that has come out in the US, and like, some of them I love with a passion. Some of them I complain about constantly. Some of them are good and amazing, and some of them, mostly the ones that I love are all of them, and the ones that I do not love are Fates. Fire Emblem If or Fire Emblem Fates ga Kidai. Also, Radiant Dawn, I didn't really enjoy the gameplay of, and it kind of annoyed me a little bit. But Fire Emblem Fates is so fucking bad. I don't like it at all. But all the other games are really good. So, baby, you enjoy almost everything on the left side there, except never played F-Zero. F-Zero is so fun. F-Zero is my favorite type of racing game because it's futuristic. I love, like, future space stuff. I love, like, future space vehicles, and F-Zero is a good racing game, and I've played a lot of them. And that I've played one on the channel already, just the original F-Zero, which is on the Switch Virtual Console, and on the, like, hardest difficulties, and it was a real fun time. There was a lot of real hype moments in there. Also, Mega Man. Mega Man is an example of one of those, especially the originals, one of those really hard platformers that, like, is really challenging and can feel really rewarding if you get really good at. Mega Man X is probably my favorite, though. Like, Mega Man X1, I've played so much. That is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. The Mega Man X soundtrack is so good. Super Mario RPG, similarly, I don't know how many times I've replayed this, but it is so near and dear to my heart. It is so funny, it is so charming, it is so fun. And Yoko Shimomura's soundtrack is also just one of my favorites. That one, like, you don't need to make a perfect game now because Super Mario RPG already exists. You don't need to do another one. Resident Evil franchise, I do love the Resident Evil franchise a whole lot, both when it was survival horror and when it's more action, but I generally love the survival horror a little bit more. I like the puzzles, I like survival horror, I like the fear that, like, a single enemy can give you. That's really nice. Now, on some of these, speaking of difficult platformers, you guys might notice a few of these in here. Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, Celeste. These are games that, like, you know, some people consider frustrating games. Like, you know, oh, you play this one and it's, like, super hard. No. They are hard, but they are super fun because of that. Like Hollow Knight, the bosses on Hollow Knight, or Celeste as you get up to high levels, like, yeah, they're fucking hard, but that's what's awesome. That's great. That's what, like, you know, I love getting good at and, like, perfecting, because it feels very satisfying to be, like, an expert at something that's kind of difficult. Especially the main thing about these games is that they are well designed, challenging games. Their controls are super tight and super precise and super well developed, and the games aren't just, like, throwing random things at you that they don't think you can do. They are very much like progressions of, like, we think you can do this. We think you have the skills you can do this, or could figure out the skills to do it. And it might seem unfair, but trust me, it's not. And I love that. All of them are spectacular. Cammy, the satisfaction of beating platformers is so good. I agree. You played Celeste, right? You know, or am I thinking of someone else? I think it was you who was playing Celeste. And I saw you on, like, some pretty high levels, I think. And like, so that's, yeah, like, some of those higher levels can get really fucking hard on Celeste. Axiom Verge. Do you guys know Axiom Verge? Axiom Verge. Shiru? You got to the summit, it was pain. Yeah, good job, Cammy. Go, Cammy, you won. Axiom Verge o Shiru? Do you guys know Axiom Verge? Axiom Verge is an indie game. It's a Metroidvania that came out, I think the first one was like 6 years ago, and another one was like 2 or 3 years ago. And it is so fucking cool and so fucking good. It is the closest game of Metroid. They just made a Metroid game, but the story and the like setting is so unique and so cool that it's one of my favorite games. Like, just playing it once made it one of my favorite games of all time. That's how good of a game it is. And number 2 was also really, really fun. I like number 1's simplicity better, but number 2 is also really fun. Dicey Dungeons, if you've been watching my channel, you know I've been playing a bunch of Dicey Dungeons. Like, I have beaten all of Dicey Dungeons at this point and done all of the bonus levels, and I replay this game in my spare time when I just want to like do something for an hour. I'll just go and like start a dungeon and go through it. I think I've beaten every single dungeon like 5 times at this point, just off stream. Dicey Dungeons is an addicting game. It's an addicting game because it requires your big noodle brain, and it like every time you go through the dungeon, it's a little bit different, so it's super fun. Monster Sanctuary. You guys know Monster Sanctuary? It's not really a Pokemon game, even though you'd think that it was a Pokemon game. It's a Metroidvania team battle game where you have to build out teams of 3 monsters, and only teams of 3 monsters, to fight other teams of 3, and you stack different effects, and it's very much like it's almost like a deck builder game with how, like, you know, you build out your team with different sort of stats, and meanwhile you go exploring around. That game's combat is really deep. Like, you can get a lot of different strategies in a lot of different ways in that game. It is surprising how deep the combat in Monster Sanctuary is. I'm definitely going to be playing that on stream eventually. And fighting games! I fucking love fighting games. I'm only kind of good at fighting games. I'm like decent at fighting games. I can beat most people who don't play fighting games, but I love fighting games a whole bunch. If there's a fighting game that I can really get into, then I will get into that, and I will be addicted to that constantly. So I've played like all the Smash games. I've played a bunch of Marvel vs. Capcom games. I've played a bunch of Street Fighter games, Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. I've got Cross Tag Battle on my Switch right now that I was super addicted to because it had Ruby characters, and I really like those characters. But I haven't played anything recently yet. But I'm excited to continue on with any of those. If you and I share a favorite on any of this list, post it in the chat. Let me know what your favorites are if you have a favorite from this list. Bebe, I saw that you have like a lot of the same favorites except for F-Zero on the left side. But what about the rest of you guys? Do you have a favorite that you see here right now? If so, definitely let me know. I want to know if I share anything with you guys. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to the next slide. By the way, I want to stream all of these games. All of these games are going to be streamed on my channel at some point. All of these games, every single one of them. When? I don't know. I'm going to have to decide that. But every single one of them, I've been saving them up. I'm saving up all my favorite games just for you guys. Now, things I like. These are things that I really, really like. Oh, I forgot to draw a little heart there. I was going to draw a little heart. ハートマークがいないけど、すべてのことは好きなことです。You played Shovel Knight many years ago and recall enjoying it? That's great. One of my favorite things in the world is magical girls. 魔法少女が大好きです。I love magical girls so much. I love magical girl media. I love like all of the like magical girl media that I can consume. Sailor Moon, Precure, Magic Knight, Ray Earth, Cardcaptor Sakura, Tokyo Mew Mew, Princess Tutu. I love magical girls, and I especially love traditional, like, innocent, childlike magical girl shows, like kids show magical girl shows, like, Precure and Sailor Moon and stuff like that. The stuff that is really endearing and heartfelt and sweet. Like, edgy or deconstruction type of shows that kind of take a darker tone, or even like the ones that are like, oh, this is magical girls, but it's really violent. Like, those are fine. Like, it's a fine template, but I like the cheesiness. I like the endearingness of kids magical girl shows. Let's see. すべての魔法少女番組が大好きけど、let's say, Gaki bangumi? Like, 優しいガキの番組が最強です。I love the kids shows. The really happy and kind, just like, nice kids shows. Like, I'll watch that over something else. I want the, like, 特撮のスタイル魔法少女番組が大好き The ones that are really like tokusatsu, you know, the ones like Sailor Moon and Precure, where it's just monster of the week, fighting, that kind of thing, are awesome. Other anime and manga I love, K-On! Is one of my favorite animes. Behind Sailor Moon and K-On! Sailor Moon and K-On! Are probably my two favorite animes of all time. I love K-On! Music. I cry so often watching K-On!, especially the ending and the like ending song. Tenshi nu Furete yo. I cry. I cry every time I hear that song. I need to. Sometimes that song will come on shuffle, and I need to skip it because I'm like, I can't cry for the next 10 minutes. I have things to do. I have work to do. I can't be crying listening to this song, and so I'll skip those songs sometimes if it gets too emotional. Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. I love Nozaki-kun so much. It's a good manga, and the anime is just so amazing. It's such a funny show. Like, I recommend anyone who hasn't watched it do it. If you are an artist or just like good, funny comedy, that it is great. This is Zombie. You said, I only played RE7, but I really enjoyed it. Also, Ruby introduced me to Blaze Blue, but I haven't played it. Yeah, so RE7, I have never played it, but I've just watched everyone play it. And that might be something that I want to play in the future because of that. Because I'm not going to be surprised by any of the scares. I know everything that has happened in 7 and 8 because I've watched so many people stream it, but I kind of want to play it, especially 8. And yeah, like the Ruby, I had played some Blaze Blue games before, but Cross Tag Battle was the one that I played the most because it had Ruby characters in it. I love Azumanga Daioh, I love Yotsuba, and I love My Neighbor Seki. I love Gurren Lagann, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, and Ruby. Ruby feels like so many different shows every single different season where every single season is just such a different show, and some of them you like and some of them you don't like, but the concept is fun. I love the weapons and the designs and the characters, and boy was it one of my favorite shows when it first came out. It was so fun to root for it and cheer for it and be a part of that community. Like, that was before it blew up, before season 3 or 4 blew up. And it was such a wonderful small little community, and then it was so exciting to see it blow up, and then it was so sad to see it start to get just crumble underneath its own weight of fandom and expectations and creators and stuff. And so it's a fucking roller coaster of an experience as a fan, but it will always have a special place in my heart. More things I like. Music. 音楽が好きな音楽は何ですか? What type of music do I like? You may wonder. All! 全部! All music! No, really! All music! 本当に! I love all music. There's not a type of music that I dislike. I love everything. Rock, blues, jazz, rap, R&B, folk, country, EDM, metal, chiptune, orchestral, classical, OSTs. You fucking name it. I fucking love it. I want to listen to it. There isn't a best kind of music. The best kind of music is the music I'm listening to at that moment. Some music is better than others, but the best kind of music is whatever I'm in the fucking mood for. I think the 3 that I listed are probably my favorites of the bunch. Rock, blues, and jazz are the ones that make me the happiest. But I am, and maybe soundtracks for game soundtracks and things, but every single one of these playlists, every single one of these genres is on heavy rotation in everything that, every sort of playlist that I have. Some personal favorite composers. Speaking of OSTs, some personal favorite composers of mine. These are, I could not decide favorite artists of rock, blues, jazz, rap, R&B. I can't decide because there's so many good ones. So I had to pick something that I could decide, and I definitely have some favorite video game composers. I definitely have some favorite sakyokusha, some ichiban sakyokusha, ichiban ski sakyokusha. I definitely have some absolute top favorite composers. Ivy Tran, you guys know Ivy Tran? She did the soundtrack to, she does all the like soundtracks to Steven Universe. Or actually, sorry, like they do all the soundtracks to Steven Universe together with their husband, and they started doing a whole bunch of like video game soundtracks early on. Like there was YouTube stuff, there was a bunch of Kickstarter stuff. They did a bunch of songs for Cryamore and what was that one game? Shoot, I'm forgetting the name of it. I think I probably have somewhere. Soul Saga. Ivy did a lot of stuff for that, and all of those, it's Ivy's composition, it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I love Hiroyuki Sawano, who did the soundtrack to Kill la Kill, and I think Promare, and Attack on Titan, a whole bunch of action, like really action-y type of shows. Hiroyuki Sawano is such a weird fucking composer. Sawano Hiroyuki wa okashi na ongaku o, you know, suru kedo suki desu. Hontou ni suki desu. I love his weird ass music a whole bunch. It's always really, really hype. Koji Kondo, some of those old Mario games, old Zelda, like all those old Zelda and Mario soundtracks are so fucking good. Nobuo Uematsu, all the Final Fantasies, like 1 through 9, he was the composer for 1 through 9. So every Final Fantasy song that you fucking know and love, like it was just all Nobuo Uematsu. Like that dude is so. And then this motherfucker, Uematsu-san, this motherfucker, after he left Square Enix, or I think maybe before he left Square Enix, but he formed a rock band, the Black Mages, together with other like musicians, session musicians and stuff, to play his like rock versions of his own Final Fantasy music in concert. Because he's just like, I mean, I write a whole bunch of cool rock music, let's just fucking make it rock and roll and go play it. And he did that even after he left the company. They were no longer able to call themselves Black Mages, and they're no longer able to like use some of the names that Square Enix has copyrighted, but they still play it. He still like does band stuff and makes a I cannot believe the gall of a guy who makes a rock and roll cover band for his own goddamn soundtracks. It's so fucking funny. Jake Kaufman Vert, he does all of the Way Forward games. I've been playing through Shantae. I love Mighty Switch Force. What else did Jake? He did Shovel Knight as well. And Jake is such a skilled composer. Like, you know, if he is on a game, you are going to get a good soundtrack. You absolutely know you're going to get a good soundtrack. And it's probably going to be like super poppy and chiptune-y. And so there isn't a Jake Kaufman soundtrack that I dislike. Same thing with Motoi Sakuraba. He is the main composer on all of the Tales of games. Like, I think he still does, like, even as it gets to like 12 and 13 and 14, I think pretty sure he's like doing every single Tales of game. So if you like any of those games or the music in them, that's all him. He also did Golden Sun. He did Golden Sun. And Golden Sun, because it's one of my favorite games, one of my favorite soundtracks, and it's such a cool style. I love it. The choices he made for the Golden Sun soundtrack are so incredible. Like, the instrumentation that he chose is so iconic and memorable. Like, it's very unique for that game, and he managed to get a lot of cool sounds out of it. Shoji Meguro from Persona. Like, all the Persona, like, ever since he joined in Persona 3, like, the just Persona music just like skyrocketed in amazingness. And so, like, anyone who's played 3, 4, or 5 knows how good the soundtracks are. People constantly do mashups or remixes or things of Shoji Meguro's, soundtracks. And so this as well, like, you know, the type of person who, when going into concert, like, you know, playing his own music, it's such a good experience. Yoko Shimomura, of course, like, amazing anime and video game composer, done Final Fantasy stuff, done Kingdom Hearts stuff, also did one of the other games you guys saw on the list, Super Mario RPG, one of my favorite games. She did Super Mario RPG, and that's fucking awesome. She also did Street Fighter 2. the like super famous Street Fighter 2 soundtrack that like inspired pretty much the whole series, that was Yoko Shimomura. A lot of people don't realize that she did Street Fighter 2. So if you like any of those songs, or if you recognize any of those songs, that's thanks to her. And finally, Junichi Masuda and all of the other Pokemon composers. Junichi Masuda was the original composer on the first couple of games, like up through Ruby Sapphire, and so all of the sound design and the soundtrack was thanks to him. And then he started like, you know, working with other composers, other people in the Pokemon company on later tracks. He's been involved in the soundtrack on every single game. I don't know which tracks. Actually, I think now when you buy a soundtrack on like iTunes or something, it will say which of them composed it. It will say whether it's Junichi Masuda, whether it is like Hitomi Sato, or if it is, you know, any of the other regular people, and Go Ichinose. But I like he does still a whole lot, and especially some of those early Pokemon soundtracks I fucking love so much. Now, the last person that I have as a special mention is not a game composer or like anime composer or anything, but I love him so much, and so I gotta give a shout out. Louis Zong. I love Louis Zong. If you guys don't know Louis Zong, you need to look him up on Twitter. He is the most delightful person I've ever seen in my life. I wish I knew him in real life, but he's just so delightful. He's an incredibly talented musician, incredibly talented guitarist and composer, incredibly talented animator and artist. Like, he draws such cute little cartoons and animations. You may have seen like some of the animations or things he does. He worked on We Bare Bears, and does a whole bunch of like, you know, just cute animations about things. But the thing that I love about Louis Zong is not only how delightful and cute all of his things he makes is, the fact that he has this like ungodly amazing ability and talent for composing music, and he doesn't use it to compose some like huge orchestral like rock opera with like overlaid everything. No, he uses it to make like 2-minute long songs about like dog toys and apples and, you know, cute things with bows, and just like, I'm just a fishy in a fishbowl, and it's like so cute and endearing and special. Megan, you know Louis stuff. I love Louis Zong so much. Also, hey, what's up? I love Louis. Like, I hope that if you asked me like, who do you hope is happy for the rest of their life, and I just had to choose one person to be like, oh, if I could only choose one person to guarantee them happiness for the rest of my life, I would choose Louis Zong. I hope he's happy for the rest of his life. I think he deserves it. Now, let's move on to some more stuff that I love. This is just a lot of list of this. This is ski. The hidari ga ski, migi ga kirai. Kirai. Ski. I love horror and creepy things and weird creatures. Hora, yowai no bakumono, ski desu. I love oozes and slimy things, especially anything that's like goopy or weird or gross. That's usually fucking cool, especially if it's like still a little bit cute. That's really awesome. I love spiders. I love reptiles. All of those things that people are just like, oh, normally they would have those on the EU list. I love them. Kuma ga suki. Snakes, heavy? Heavy ga suki. Snakes is heavy, right? And I love any sort of weird monsters and like that. I love D&D 5th edition. I love ASMR. I love rain and thunder and lightning. I don't get it too much where I live, but rain and thunder and lightning are some of my favorite sounds of all time. And I love, like, it doesn't scare me. Like, I love it. I love, like, being near thunderstorms. I love the smell of wood smoke. Like that when you light a match, or if you have like a campfire or a real wood fire in your house, that smell of the wood smoke is one of my favorite smells of all time. It's so good. It's instant endorphins and instant love. It's such a comfort smell. Wood smoke, it is, right? It's so good. The voice acting. I love doing voice acting. I've done a lot of voice acting on this channel, and I am constantly doing, like, I love reading dialogues. I love changing my voice. I can do a lot of various accents and a lot of various dialects. I can like go. I can't go super far down low, but I can go up like fairly high.
So much so that I can even do sort of a feminine voice a little bit, if I need to. Or I can kind of bring it down a little bit and do a little bit more of a feminine voice down here. And it's honestly very, very fun to just sort of change up your voice just slightly. And even if it's not sort of a feminine voice, if you just
Are doing some sort of accent that kind of changes up how you sound. It don't matter exactly whether it's something that people recognize, or if it's just something, whether it's cartoony or whether it's realistic, or if you want to go just sort of a bit farther away and down to different areas, you can focus on specific areas. I definitely want to try and learn different sort of regional dialects, but eventually you're gonna have to do the stuff that you don't like, which is the next sort of thing that eventually, you're gonna have to start work. Noah, we sending nudes? You better be sending nudes. I'm sending nudes to you. You better be sending. Wait a minute. This could get me in trouble. Wait a minute. I'm a content creator. I could probably get in trouble if I say that. That's gonna get clipped. Someone's going to clip and cancel me for saying, like, you better be sending me nudes. But no, N-O-O, Noodle, okay, never mind. Things I hate. Kirai na koto wa nan desu ka? Kirai no koto? Kirai na koto. I hate starting work and doing errands. Like, once I start doing the work, it's fine. But as soon as I can never just start. I have terrible, what's the word? Executive dysfunction. I can never get started on work. Once I get into it, it's fine. I hate cooking. It takes too long. I don't want to do it. I don't like fermented foods. Megan, you were asking about fermented foods. It's like pretty much any fermented food. I just don't really like it. It's so pungent and so things, I'm sorry to say, I don't like pickles. I'm sorry, you guys, I don't like pickles. I don't like kimchi because it's fermented. And so I'm not going to be having any kimchi or rice or anything like that. I don't like pickled vegetables. They're like, I can eat them. I just don't really like them. I'm sorry, Megan. I'm so sorry. I understand if this is the end of our friendship. I know pickles, no kimchi for this cup of noodle. I'm sorry, Rune. I'm sorry. I'm losing so many relationships now just over the no pickles. Yes, I understand. I am not based. I understand I have a lackluster palate, but I like foods from any other culture. I like foods from all, not all foods from all cultures, but I like foods from all sorts of cultures. You're sad, but you accept this about it? Whoa, what the hell just happened here? It just caught up on stream. This is probably a weird one. I hate getting glitter on me. That's one that I like. I don't really get glitter on me very often, but whenever it's like when I get it on me, it's like it stays on you forever, and I fucking hate it so much. Like I don't want to go near anything with glitter on it just because it's gonna stay on me forever. I hate stepping in water with socks on. When you have some water on the floor and you are wearing socks and you step in the water and now you have wet socks, that's one of my least favorite feelings in the world. I have to go change socks after I do that. That's fucking awful. And drawing. I don't like drawing. I draw a whole bunch. I drew everything on this channel, but I don't like drawing. It's not fun. I do it because I need to do it. I do it because it's it's a means to an end. Like I want to have stuff for the channel. I want to do stuff. I want to do stuff for D&D. I don't like drawing. It's not fun. I do kind of like animating though. Animating is pretty fun. So, you just got kimchi for the first time, baby? Oh, in a long while, and so happy. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I've had people make homemade kimchi for me before, but it's just fermented flavors just don't appeal to me. And yeah, you gotta burn the socks. You gotta burn the socks after that. So, now I know that we have some people waiting. There's so I'm gonna invite some friends onto chat. I still have a lot more slides. I still have art and stuff, but I want to make sure that I respect people's time. I asked them to be ready around now. So why don't we invite some friends and stuff to talk and see if. Well, actually, you know what? Actually, okay, I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be selfish because I want to show off some art first before I invite people on, just so that people who are watching the debut, if anyone talks to, like, some of my friends are artists who, like, if we talk about art, I want to get people an example of what kind of stuff I draw. If anyone needs to head out, that's perfectly understandable. Like, I know that like, I gave people a time and, like, if you're only free for a few minutes and you gotta head out, much respect. I love that all y'all are here, but I also want to show off, before we talk to some people, I do want to show off some of my art. So, what kind of art does Goodle draw? Goodle draws a whole lot of art, and I'm gonna show you a little bit right here. We've got, you know, oops, don't worry about that one. Anyway, we've got a whole lot of art right here. We've got that one, we've got that one, we've got that one, we've got, don't worry about that. Let's see, okay. Maybe we'll just start from the bottom. We just need to, all right, let's go in a whole bunch right there. Let's just count. Oh, geez, there's even more than I expected on this one. We got, like, thumbnails, we got little art, we got Hololive art, we got Niji Sanji art, we've got Hololive art, oh geez, indie VTubers, oh, we've got more indie VTubers, we've got D&D art, we've got scary art, geez, monsters and characters, there's a skeleton, I'm not even sure, Honey Goblin, what are you doing here, Oga, like, you know, hey, there's Chum, hey Chum, hey, look, there you are, oh god, head pats even more, there's even more, Yofi, oh god, I can't believe all of these things, animations, hey look, there's Cammy and Aluna, there's even more, like, things like that, oh my god. Man, there's a lot of fucking art. All of this art I drew after becoming a VTuber. None of this stuff was from before being a VTuber. これらアートすべては VTuber になった後でする All of this was just in the last 6 months. How would I say? It's not from June. Well, it's from April. Like, is it konnen? Is that? I feel like that's wrong. For this year, but I drew it all this year. So okay, let's. Since some of these people are in chat. Hi friends. Hi everyone. Let's go through some of these. Actually, we've got look at some of these. The GIF is stalling because there's so much stuff going on. It is actually a looping GIF. Maybe we can get a better view on it if we reduce the number of things on screen. But this is a looping GIF over here. So we've got Magni Desmond from Hololive. We've got Mezzaluna and Cammy Rollins. Hi Cammy. We've got Sleeping Dragon. You guys can see that this is a GIF. And yes, I do pronounce it that way. Get over it. This is a GIF that is also... Oh, you can't even see it. Okay, let's save the GIFs for last. Let's save all the GIFs for last. And let's just check out some of this other art. Yofi-chan. I love Yofi so much. Yofi's so cute. And this one was a original piece that I did. And it... like, especially the outlines, like, I color picked some of her design colors, but especially the outlines were colored by me, and the pose was chosen by me. I really like how this piece came out. This piece is so fun. I especially like just the shoes. The way the shoes look, I don't know why, but I just love how these shoes look. They kind of remind me of Yoshi's face. Like, something about these shoes remind me of Yoshi. They remind me of Yoshi's face. Yoshi no kao nitai. Now we've got Oga being cute, and hi noob, hi, welcome. You're just in time for all of this collage of arts, all these VTubers. We got 3 VTubers right here, 4 VTubers right here. We got Yofi, we got Oga, we've got Honey Goblin underneath. let's move some of these out of the way. Honey Goblin, I love Honey Goblin. Honey Goblin is such an inspiration for like rigging and modeling. Every time she does new model for herself, like it's so fucking good. So, and I drew her and her boar. They accidentally got splashed in the beer. We've got Rurisha. I love Rurisha so much. Like ever since, and like everyone found her after Callie started in HoloLive and did her like remix contest. And Rurisha is so cute, and her music is so amazing. And like all I want to do is just head pat her. I just want to like head pat her and just, she's not going to like really react too strongly, but like she's gonna be super cute either way. And of course, we've got our favorite Chumblago, our favorite Kiwi, right here, Kiwi Bird. I used, like, I drew this for a present for Chum, and I gave a bunch of different, like, color versions. I think his icon, if you look in the chat, he's using one version of it right now. There are a whole bunch of different, like, colored versions of this. And I actually, even though this one is not accurate to your model, Chum, like this is not accurate colors, like you don't have a green jacket, it's a black jacket kind of thing. Like I really like the color balance of this picture. The greens against the red is really nice, and so this one is actually my favorite of the bunch. But like yeah, this one I'm glad that you like that one, because this one was a really fun one to draw. It's very blocky, and it kind of reminds me of like JoJo's obviously was the inspiration, but it kind of reminds me of like a Samurai Jack type of cartoon, with how like thick the outlines are and how like square and blocky everything is drawn. That it's sort, and like, you know, sort of the like blocky wave lines here. It kind of reminds me of that too. And so I kind of like that mix of things there. Now we've got an Oga comic here. We've got, this was a comic from a video that he did on Holostar's channel, where he's just talking to, was it Shien that he was talking to? And he's just like sitting down, he does this cute little swivel and then like crosses his legs in a like fake funny like conceited way, and it just came, it like trying to like look kind of cool, but it just came off like really cute. So I drew this one of Oga. I like Oga a whole lot. We've got Honey Goblin again, hard at work. And we've got this D&D skeleton. I just recently drew this for a Reddit user. Like I posted on Reddit for people to give me their D&D characters, descriptions of their D&D characters, so that I could just practice drawing them just based on words and descriptions. And one person said, I have an undead skeleton knight, he's a revenant, who's held together by thorns. And I was like, oh, that's a cool concept. So is a skeleton held together by thorns wearing like a chainmail headdress? Like I drew this one on stream. I drew a lot of these on stream, and you can watch all those art streams on the channel. Most of these things, yeah, from this point on are things that I drew on the channel, and you can watch as like, you know, the archives of those if you'd like. So let's get off of this. What was his name again? It was like Nigel Chattlesworth or something. It was something kind of funny. This is a shifter, like, you know, sort of a half werewolf person, another D&D character, and I just think he's hot. Like, I just think the way that I drew him and his hair, I just think he came out really hot. So I'm really proud of this, even though it's not a colored one. And so I like him. His name is Cade, I believe, was the name that people gave him. Skeleton one's really cool, a lot of detail in the chainmail. Yeah, like that chainmail took a whole lot. It was just a lot of copy and paste and adjusting. I just drew like a small section of links, and then just copy paste. But I had to like adjust the angle and adjust the spacing and do a whole bunch of touch-ups. So even though it was easy to copy paste a whole bunch, it still took a lot of time to make a lot of those adjustments. And it definitely was better than me trying to draw all of them, because that would have been insanity. But yeah, that one was super fun. So this cute snake is one of like my favorite little monsters that I drew. I drew some monsters. You can see some like scary things here. I like drawing like eldritch horrors and monsters and things. But this snake in particular, it is like a slimy, oozy snake. You guys remember I love snakes. Remember I love oozy and slime things. And this one, was particularly like with all the multiple heads, was super funny because one of the people in my chat, it was Sprockets, I believe. Sprockets, one of my regulars, suggested that this snake slides around your house and just picks up a bunch of random items like that are laying around. So you've got like your keys and like a cell phone, like, you know, stuck just floating in his body, and you're just like, hey, what the fuck? Hey, come back here. That's my fucking phone. As well as, like, you know, if he eats people, then they like digest into bones. So just a good slimy snake boy. His name is Gil, thanks to Sprockets. And yeah, I love Gil so much. He's a lot of things that I love. All right, yeah, this is look at these great. So this picture is creepy. You guys see what it says here? Vtuber touching grass. This is what all of y'all look like when you finally touch grass for the first time in like months. You get the fuck out of the house, go touch grass, or this is gonna be you decrepit ass motherfuckers. Anyway, we have a dog. That's a dog. That's a weird fucking dog. It kind of reminds me of two things. Like, not only a dog with weird fucking hands and shit, but it also reminds me of Venom. Venom has a move, like Marvel Universe Venom. Venom has a move in MVC 2, and I think MVC 3, was it in one of MVC 3? I can't remember. He has a move where he leaps, like, you know, forwards, and he kind of looks like this thing. And so that's kind of reminded me of that. But also, it looks kind of like Skyward Sword, the big monster you fight. I forget what that creature is named. It's not Malice. It's something else, but the big creature from Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. That's a good fucking dog right there. We've got a dwarf sailor. This is another D&D character I drew for a Reddit user. This is a dwarf sailor named... Oh, what was his name? I could look it up, and I'm going to try and remember. I don't remember his name. I'm not going to look it up right now. But he's a dwarf sailor. And I like how his musculature came out. I like how his pipe and face came out, and his stature. So it's a very, very nice drawing. Another honey goblin just being wonderful, serving food at a tavern. And this one was very nice because the little shading on the bust, I actually really, really liked that. Because it like, I don't usually render things realistically, but that one actually has the illusion of being rendered like very, very well, and I kind of like that. And everything else is just kind of cartoony cell shading, you know, lumpy stuff like that. It's very, very quick. So we've got Yofi looking like a little Grinch. This is when Yofi draws something lewd. This face makes me laugh so much. That one I definitely had a plan for. Like, I looked up images of the Grinch and just drew Yofi drawing it with the same face, because this is absolutely the vibe I get from her on so many of her streams whenever she's making jokes. So thank you, Yofi, for all those jokes. I fucking love those jokes. Risha, again, sitting on a snake fan. This is any of us who love Risha and would just happily just be her chair in order to, like, give her a place to play guitar. I drew several images of this. One of her sitting on a normal chair, and then I laughed at the idea of her sitting on a coiled up snake. And I was just like, okay, well, I can't not draw that. And so that's why she's like kind of hovering a little bit, because I drew it afterwards and didn't want to like intersect lines. So it's not totally like, it's more of a joke drawing, but I do fucking love it. A little heart coming out of it. It's really fucking funny. Marisha's awesome. Go watch her. We've got another Oga. This is because I'm fucking cringe and I'm fucking weeb at heart. I wanted Yoga to be doing a little cat pose and say, you know, like, nyah. Anyway, let's move on after that one. Yorumi Reina is in Nijisanji. If you guys don't know her, I love her design so much. Like, this sort of like gothic Lolita style outfit is really cool, but it's not quite gothic Lolita because it's not like a long skirt or anything, but the hair split of left and right is always so cool. Kind of get like a vanilla and chocolate swirl, like, you know, hair color type of thing. And the pinks, the like very light amount of reds and pinks in her design are really cool. So she's just been one of my favorite designs for a long time. So I ended up drawing her like an Ojo-sama, doing the Ojo-sama laugh there. We've got some Hollow Knight fan art, mostly of Hornet. And these are just like some standard poses of Hornet, and this is just a pretend like what would happen if Hornet got corrupted and started like transforming into a whole bunch of stuff. We've got a little cup Goodle that I used recently for my announcements. And finally, all the thumbnails that I use on the channel. Guys, I'm including the thumbnails in this, in all the art and everything, because I fucking love my thumbnails. Look at this. Look at how cute these are. I draw a thumbnail. I draw these. I like take the background of the game and then I draw myself in it, or or like, you know, into the thumbnail kind of thing. I really love doing that. Like, thumbnails is something I don't need to be spending a whole lot of time on, but it's the kind of thing that, like, whenever I go to my channel and I see like, you know, like some really nice looking thumbnails, like, I feel really proud of that. I feel really proud of all the things that like, you know, I want to look back on my channel and just know that I did my like best on a lot of things, and that I can like go like, yeah, you know what, I do really like how that looked. Sometimes I need to like do things quick and cut corners and put out a simple one or reuse some stuff, but like I love, like, you know, doing these sorts of things, because that's the sort of thing that, looking back on this years from now, if I'm like 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 years from now, I like look back on this and be like, oh man, that's cute. I'm glad I did that. So we've got a bunch of thumbnails. There's an extra Shantae one. There's an extra Cuphead one. I really like this because me and Cuphead have sort of the same style. I am a Cuphead. And it's very, very nice. Now let's see if those GIFs have loaded. Let's see if any of these. Yeah! Ah, darn, it still doesn't really juggle, but this one is supposed to be a full juggling GIF. And yeah, so that's some of my art. So now I'd finally like to, everyone has been so kind waiting. I think I will finally start to like open up the calls and invite some friends onto stream. I know y'all have been waiting very, very patiently. There you go. So, actually, if any of y'all want to volunteer, otherwise I'll just start chatting with you guys. If anyone is here and ready to go, I can give you a call on Discord. Otherwise, I'll just start, you know, picking a few of you guys at random. I'll see if who's available right now. Well, Shino, you were first in the chat, so I'll go in the order that people talk. You know, so Shino, go ahead, give me a call on chat. I promise I'll answer. I promise I won't snub you. If you're on Discord, I want to talk to you. Hello?
Well, hello, my little Goodle. How you doing today?
Something's different here.
Yeah, it's my voice changer. Again.
That's awesome. I love it. Also,
Yeah.
wait. Let me just double check. Can everyone hear Shino's voice? Is everyone here? It might be quiet, but can everyone hear Shino on stream?
Hello. I am your student ninja. Hope everyone's having a good day so far.
You can hear him. That's wonderful.
Congratulations on your debut, by the way.
Thank you. Shino, like, let me guys tell you, like, Shino, how awesome he is. Let me turn up your volume slightly. Let me just go to Discord and turn up the volume a whole bunch. One video.
Okay.
There we go. So Shino streams a whole bunch of, you stream like a lot of horror games. I feel like is your main thing, even though that's not all you stream.
It's been mostly horror games. I do play a variety of games. Like lately, I've been playing like Kingdom Hearts, Spider-Man, Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, the
Lately,
most fun
so-
thing about your channel is all of the, like, you have some really good like fan redeems and interactions, and especially since we all bully you like so
Yes, I
hard.
get bullied a lot. I am your bottom Kitsune ninja.
But that's okay, that's why we love you. But
And
now,
I've learned to accept it, so.
but now I want to ask you, it's Cup Goodle debut time. I want to ask you what sort of things you like about Cup Goodle, or what you've sort of enjoyed so far.
Well, first up, I love your personality. You are a very great
That's a mistake.
Cup Goodle who... No, you have a very great personality. Like, you can like bring people together. Like, I met some great people during that collab. I love how you're very delicious. You're like, a very good side snack.
That's not a mistake. I am very tasty.
You are very tasty. Can't go wrong with that. Whenever I don't have any other food, I just get I just
You just
come for
just
a
say you just
caboodle
eat
at
me.
this.
Just say it.
Yeah, I just eat
You
you.
just eat
I
me.
I get hungry, okay? I'm a hungry fox boy.
That's fine. You can eat me if you want. You guys can all eat me if you want.
And I like your music. Yeah, I remember when I watched you making a song. I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty cool.
I'm glad. There's a whole bunch of I do so many half-made songs that I'm really hoping the channel and like making stuff for the channel will help me complete a whole bunch of the stuff that I make.
Yeah.
All right, I have another question, and then I don't want to keep you too long. I just want to say a quick hi to a lot of people. So, what would you like to see me do in the future, or what would you like to see on the channel?
Oh, that's a big question.
Yeah, and it could just be more of the same things, or it could be like, oh, I'd like to see you try this thing.
I'm gonna give me a second to think about that.
Okay, so I'll see you later. Maybe you can come back another time.
Yeah. I'll come back. I'll message you if I can when I finally come up with it.
Oh, actually, that's a fun one. Okay, so I'll like hang up on you for now, and I'll let you have some time to think. And if you want to message me as you're like, hey, I came up with a good one, then I'll be like, sorry, Mr. Chance, and then I'll forget about you forever. But if you're cool with that,
Ouch.
if you're cool with that, then like that should be fine, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk. I might talk to you again in a little bit, but
Okay.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'll see you soon then. Bye.
Who was that? I honestly I don't even know who that was, but seemed pretty cool. And if you go to Shinobu and Fox's channel, you can do a whole bunch of good horror redeem jump scares, and it's very, very fun to scare Shino. Now let's get Chum. I think you were the next one who asked. So if you're around, if you want to call in on Discord, I'd love to chat with you. Like this will be the reverse of it's a lot of yeah, here we go. Here he is. Is there Chum? Is there a Chum in the chat?
Hey, Cup. What's up, friend?
What's up, friend? Hi.
Hi, hello. Let me make sure. All right, cool.
This is good because so many times it has to be the opposite where I get to hear your voice but you don't get to hear mine. I'm just kind of chatting. I love that we now get to both chat regularly on voice call.
It's been very exciting to watch your debut stream. You've planned everything out super well. The songs were good. The art's good. You got it nice and organized. I respect it.
There's a lot, Chum. There's so much. I did this.
Go ahead. Sorry.
There's even stuff that I didn't have time to get in that I wanted to put in. I knew this was gonna be a long debut. It was gonna be over an hour easily. But there's even stuff that you guys don't even know that was supposed to be in here. But that's why it's 6 months after I started. Because when I first started, I wanted to do something like this. I wanted to do a big, bold, dynamic debut, but that was gonna be so much effort. And as you saw previously, I don't like starting work or starting things, and so I kind of realized I had to start a channel, just start streaming. Don't try to do a big debut, just start streaming, and that helped a lot. But now I have time to do the big thing. Now I can do the big bombastic thing.
And you've done a great job with it. Very respectable, friend.
Thank you. So I'll ask you the same question that I asked Shino. What would you like to see in the future on the channel? Either me trying for the first time, or what would you like to see more of?
I definitely go back and watch a lot of your VODs. The things I lurk live have been your collab stuff, so it'd be really exciting to see more Cup collab work with people that you appreciate and can coordinate with.
I want to collab together with you because
I'm down.
we planned the previous one, but then you had to leave last minute. I wanted us to be able to get a good collab together.
Yeah, I had some personal stuff come up that time. But if you're down for another thing, let me know and we can make some time.
I absolutely am. I've been missing everyone because I've been sort of away for the last month, just preparing stuff for this, and I haven't been on social media. I haven't really been on Discord. I haven't been watching too many people's streams, and so I'm missing people desperately. And I definitely want to make some collaborations. I definitely want to play in some collabs. in the near future. So keep a lookout. I'll probably be getting a message from me sometime.
Sounds good, friend. I'll let you know. And like I said, you did a great job with your stream so far. I like the model. I like the art. It's very good, especially the part where Cammy and Luna are giving each other brain damage. Love it. Thanks again for my art. I use it on everything, actually. I think it is my most used PNG and most used like profile.
That's awesome. I'm so happy it's getting good use. Sorry, there's a dragon sitting on your head right now, but that's okay. You're getting nice and warm. All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Chum.
Happy to help, friend. Keep on being great.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Goodbye, Noodle.
Goodbye, Noodle. That's adorable. I should say that. I should say that more often. Goodbye, Noodle. All right. Let's move along. I'm going to go down the chat and see like who did next. Rune, you were the next. You didn't say like, ooh, me, but you were next in chat. Do you think you're ready? Are you ready to... Are you in chat? Are you ready to say a little hello? I'm gonna try calling you. Oh, there he is. Hello? Hello, it's the Shark Boy.
No way, it's the noodles.
No way, it's the noodles. It's just, this is Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme, but it's just a noodle cup pointing at a shark for no reason. And be like, I don't think this makes the meme work anymore. I think this is just two things pointing at each other. But hi, how you been?
Hello.
It's
I've
been a little
pretty
while
good.
since I've gotten to talk in your chat.
Yeah, it's been a hot second. How have you been?
I've been super busy. God, like mostly with this stuff. It always like takes a long time, but it feels very satisfying to see some of this stuff come together and have everything. Like some of this stuff I set up like the slides last night. I was working on it for like a month, but like I was doing so much drawing and stuff that I didn't get stuff done until last night. Rune. It's fucking hard. It's fucking tough. I'm so glad it's done.
I am very impressed with everything. It is, you can feel the work put into it, and it's very nice.
I'm so glad. Rune. Oh god, I'm so glad. Oh, that's what I was hoping for. But can you please answer the same question that I asked everyone else? What would you love to see on Goodle channel in the future?
Well, I'd love to see more collab work because I think that those have turned out very good.
Okay, fine. I'll invite all of you guys onto the channel once again. Jeez, people just like
Bring me back, please.
Clamoring to come back and work with Goodle again. I see how it is. Is this what it would feel like to be popular in high school? Is that the feeling?
No, I wouldn't know.
Neither would I. That's why I'm asking. Oh, wait a minute. I'm asking a room full of VTubers. None of us are gonna fucking know.
And then maybe some
yes,
like story games, like story survival games.
Story survival games. That sounds interesting.
Because I've been pretty interested in those recently, and I think it could be fun and chaotic.
That's what I was like, because it seems like that's the type of game that you've been playing a lot of on your channel too. You also play a lot of horror stuff, which is really I love, because I love horror games. I love watching people play horror games, like even whether they're scared or not. Like yeah. And I especially loved like I ended up watching a whole lot of your Alien. Was it Alien Isolation?
Yeah.
Alien Isolation streams, like on Archive or whenever I could get the chance. Just because, like, not only do I love xenomorphs and aliens and stuff, I like your streams, so it was a good like mix of the two. And then the occasional times when you got scared from something, or just the entire like I don't know like week that you were just so pissed off at the game. Like all the sections in there where you're just like, you know what, fuck this game actually. If anyone like Rune streams on what's the full name of your channel so that people can find you?
String of _Rune.
Thank you, because it's always hard as a VTuber if you have to have like a name that is like if it's a first name last name kind of thing, then you can kind of like search for things. But if it's anything not first name last name, sometimes it's hard for people to find you.
Definitely.
I could probably put links to everyone's channel underneath this video after it's published, like after it's done. So I'll probably put a link to your and everyone else's channels in there like I do for the collabs. That way people will be able to find you guys easy. So, thank you for calling in. Any closing notes before I let you go?
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. All right,
Baba
no, you know what?
Booey.
I'm going to give you one more tough one, all right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
What do you think... What... maybe I shouldn't do this. I was gonna be like, what do you think I should improve on? But then, like, no one's gonna want to answer that. Everyone's gonna just get super anxious that they're gonna sound mean or something. So, actually, you know what? I probably won't ask any of you guys what I should improve on. I could torture all of you, just be like, what am I doing wrong? Tell me.
Oh,
And then, like, everyone with social anxiety is just gonna be like, please, anything but that. I don't want to sound mean. So, yeah, I probably won't do that. But thank you so much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed.
thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the stream so far, and I hope that
I have.
we get to collab together again.
Of course.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later. That guy's great. Okay, who else we got? There's another one or two left. Let's see, Nocti had to go. I definitely ate up a little bit too much time. Let's see, we got Megan in the chat. Cammy might still be here. And Stara. I wonder if Stara is still around, but let's see who's free right now. Megan, you here? Cammy, you here? Either of you gals? If either of you are here, whoever first come first serve is getting on there. And then I'll message Stara as well and see if she's free right now. Cammy is still here. Too bad, Meg. Cammy said it first. I gotta go in order, and Cammy's already calling in.
Oh,
Cammy Rollins.
I did it first.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've gotten
Max.
first. Back. Hi, KG.
Hi. How you been?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Hey, it's been wow. I feel like it's been
1
that
week since you
long
looked at
since
me. Popped your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since I laughed at me. Said get that together, come back and see me. All right, I could do that whole song, you know. Like I do know all of those.
Yeah.
Hi, Deluxe. Hi, how you doing today? Welcome. We're talking to friends right now. Yeah, one week by Bare Naked Ladies. That super fast song. I know all the lyrics to that song. And
Wow.
whenever people just say it's been, I love just going 1 week. They look at me.
You just like cut right in. You
Absolutely. It is something that nobody likes but me.
break out a musical. That's the High School Musical way, you know.
Yeah. I have a basketball at the ready for 1 week. Just like High School Musical. But you're right, though. It does feel like it's been a long time since, like, we started chatting and we started, like, you know, talking on stream and stuff. It's been less than 6 months. Would you believe it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, you had your, what was it, like a 1 year anniversary? Or was it 2 years?
I had my 6 month a couple of months ago. I'm almost at my 1 year.
You're not even at 1 year. That's insane.
Right?
It
Wow.
it feels like I've been streaming for 6 months. It feels like you've been like you're my senpai who's been streaming so much longer than me. So
No.
it's so weird how time works like that sometimes.
No kidding. I feel like time has been going by so fast, but at the same time going by so slow.
I understand this feeling. This has been a good 6 months so far. Like the decision to start streaming and start VTubing is probably the best decision that I have made in the last couple of years, just because of it finally gives me something to look forward to, something to do, a goal to have, that even if I don't see anything from it, like whether or not my channel rises up, it's something to work for. It's a new thing to draw, it's a new thing to record, it's a new thing to like pick over here, and there's some sort of goal or task to have. And so I'm really glad that these 6 months that I've had it, and I feel like I'm gonna keep doing it like in the future no matter what.
Yeah, it's totally something that, because for me, when I started VTubing, it was more of just like, I just want to play video games because I haven't played video games for myself in a really long time. And if I get to share that with other people, then cool, great.
Absolutely. So, I want to ask you, what's your favorite thing about Goodle? What have you enjoyed the most so far?
About the little cup noodle fairy.
I'm a little cup noodle fairy.
A little cup noodle fairy.
A little cup noodle fairy.
I guess my favorite thing is just like how what's that word? How fluid you are in just meeting new people, getting into people's conversations, and being able to just be you. And you're so friendly. Like when we first met, I was just like, who's this noodle?
Who's this fucking noodle?
Who's this noodle? This cup speaking to me.
Who does this noodle think he is? How dare he speak to me, his senpai, by like 2 months? Doesn't he know his place?
It's crazy. It's just, I feel like you're just so charismatic, and it's such a refreshing look on VTubers, because obviously, you know, VTuber drama, blah 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 blah. So it's like really nice just to be able to be like, yeah, this noodle.
This noodle cup over here.
Pretty cool.
I'll tell you what, I have a policy about drama. It's none of my fucking business.
Yeah, there we go. There it is. Just look the other way, close the door, and leave.
It's none of my fucking business. I don't need to get involved with that.
Exactly.
I might view it from afar, but my opinion is not necessary. No one wants to know what the noodle cup thinks about the drama.
The binoculars, you have little binoculars that you just look out, and then you're just like, okay, I'm done.
I'll tell you what, one of the things that I want to do for the channel is change this hand to have a lot of different, like, hands on the end with different props and items, so I could like go down here and then lift up a pair of binoculars and actually use it like here.
I love that. I love that idea so much, KG. That's so good.
There's so many items that I want to do that it would become like, where do I start and when do I need it? Just another thing that like is on the back burner of things I want to do for the channel. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that I want to do. And yeah, that, like, I'd say talking is a skill set of mine, so I think you nailed it on that. And also just being a fan of VTubers certainly helps, because like all of you guys that I've gotten to collab with, like I was watching your channels before talking to you, and you guys are all cool, and I love watching all your streams. And so
No
you.
No,
Hey,
you.
no you.
No,
Hey,
you.
hey,
Reverse Uno card.
I'm scolding you. I have the finger here. No you.
You don't. You have the finger.
I have the
No,
finger.
no. I can't say that.
No, go ahead. What, louder for? Hold on, let me turn up Discord for a little bit.
No. It's fine. It's.
No, you don't? Okay.
I don't want to cancel myself or you.
I'll get you one of these days. Well, Cammy, thank you very much for stopping in and for saying such nice words. I hope that I can return the favor on your 1 year that is going to be coming up in a couple of months in that case.
Ah, scary.
Scary, very scary. Perfect for teasing.
Oh no. Well, thank you for having me, KG. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your debut.
Thank you. You too. You enjoy your debut too.
Thanks. You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Don't know who that person was either, but you know what? All these new people that I get to meet today are very, very fun. Okay, Megan, I've been making you wait all this time. I asked, like I told you to, like, oh yeah, maybe like 45 minutes ago, that, like, oh yeah, have people just call around that. It's finally your turn. It's finally your turn. You. All right, let me, before you call, hold on one sec. I'm just gonna see if Stara is still around. Hey, you still around? I know it's later than expected, but I'd love to, I'm misspelling so many of this, but I'd love to chat for a few minutes if you are free. There we go. Let's see if Star is able to respond. She's in Australia, so should be morning over there, I believe. But yeah, Megan, go ahead and give me a call whenever you're ready. and we can chat. I'm glad I was able to catch a little bit of your stream earlier today. Just like the tail end of it as I was doing a bunch of work. There you are. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How you feeling?
Feeling great. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. Like the beginning of the stream, if anyone was watching the beginning of the stream, I totally flubbed my lyrics on my song at first, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna restart. So I just restarted the song. I was just like, you know what, I'm like forgetting half of the lyrics because it was stuff that it was in super small print on my screen, and so I just like sang half of it, started over, and just sang the first half again. So you missed a fun like experience at the beginning.
That sounds amazing. I'm sad that I missed that.
No, you can go back and rewatch it if you need to. But I'm glad I was able to catch a little bit of your stream before I had to start mine. Like,
Yeah.
It sounded like it was an advice stream, but it wasn't a how the heck are you, right?
No, we were just chatting and just talking about, I think the topic was how our childhoods shaped who we are today. So we're like getting in deep. It was nice. I liked it. Talking about our feelings and whatnot.
Very, very nice. I mean, that tends to be par for the course. Like, if you guys haven't checked out Megan's channel yet, she does a whole bunch of horror games and creepy games. You'll notice a lot of the people that I become friends with are also kind of into horror. That's I feel like that's because those are the channels that I tend to gravitate towards and then become fans of. But she's the chillest horror game like player ever, and also does a whole bunch of talk streams and advice streams where you actually get like good deep conversations about like it feels like, you know, group therapy with you and the rest of the chat.
Yes.
Where it's just like people just talking about like the stuff that's going on in their lives, getting advice, getting help, and that is to me the most refreshing thing, because not a lot of streamers are doing like advice type streams where you're actually hoping to like help and improve the lives of the people who are watching you, and especially like the people who are watching will get to be involved and like give advice to other people. So it's this nice little supportive community that feels very different than like anything else that I like see. I think that's very necessary and very, very unique. So good job on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we've also collabed on a few like games in the past. We did Unraveled earlier.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I love that.
So I want to ask you, what would you like to see me do in the future? Either like for like future collab streams or just future stuff for the channel.
I would like to see more like musical streams. Like if you could do a stream where it's like a guitar stream, and maybe you could take suggestions from chat, and just have like a chill like afternoon stream maybe where you just play guitar and you sing and you talk to everyone. I think that'd be really fun.
You know, it is kind of funny that you mentioned that, because writing songs together with chat
yes
is the thing that's gonna be one of my future streams. I've already done one stream like that where they suggested like topics and lyrics, and I did some random like dice rolls and stuff to determine chords. It was really fun, and I really want to do it again because like you're right, that is like YouTube is kind of bad for chat involvement, to be honest. Twitch is way better because like you have so many redeems and rewards and things like that can make the chat feel like a part of the stream, and YouTube doesn't really have that. And so but those music streams are really good for like getting people involved and having them contribute, and I like it because I don't need to like I can just sort of improvise, and I don't need to have the burden of writing totally on me. So
yes,
I definitely want to do a lot more music streams, and especially that, because one of the songs I'm going to be doing at the end of this stream as sort of like a little closing song was a song inspired that like written partially by chat based on the topics that they gave me. So
wonderful.
You guys will all get to hear that at the end of the stream, whenever the fuck it happens. It's already been 2 hours. It's already been 2 hours. It's like maybe an hour and a half sort of stream. I guess I'll do like everything for an hour, and then I'll do like chatting and more stuff for like half an hour. Like, no, this is me. I'm gonna be blabbering on forever.
Aww.
So what?
That sounds awesome.
I have one last question for you. What have been your favorite things about either Goodle or the channel or streams so far?
Let me think. I think I just.
If you need to come up with an excuse at some point or
No.
I'll give you some time. Shinobu, he needed time to like come up with something new for the chat, and so I don't even know if he's still around.
No.
Alright,
I was just
alright,
gonna. I was just gonna say, I really enjoy your personality. I think you have a wonderful personality. It's very bright and cheery and funny and happy. Yes, you.
Me?
It's just like I'm very comfortable talking to you. Like, I love it. I love everything about Goodle. I'm a big fan.
Me
I'm
too.
your biggest fan.
I love Goodle. Look at this little guy.
Yeah, look at him. Just look at him.
Just look at this little guy.
Oh, but yeah, you're great. I love it. I love everything about what you got going on with your streams, and I'm super excited to see everything that you have in store for the future. I feel like you're gonna go really far.
Well, thank you.
Mhm.
I don't think I will, but I don't think I will mind.
Yeah.
And that's
who knows?
hopefully you can just keep up that attitude. I hope that we get to do another collab pretty soon.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun.
I'll tell you what, I will be selfish and tell you something that I want.
Mhm.
I want to appear on How the Heck Are You at some point in the future.
That's what I was just thinking in my head, but I was like, I don't want to like promote myself right now, but that would be really fun. And I did want to ask you if you might be interested in that, because I think that'd be great.
I'm
if you
very
could join
interested
me.
because
Yay!
like,
Okay, good.
I always want to try to show up to those because the topics that people come up with, like the questions that they ask, are always so interesting. And
Yes, I
I-
love them. Hmm.
sometimes I don't have any experience with what the question is, but like half of the time it's like, oh, this is something I went through too, person in chat. Like,
Yes.
let me fucking tell you something.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
that like. If you want to stream the last 3 hours, as you can see, like, you know, invite me onto a stream.
Let's do it. I would love to have you on.
Yay! Yay!
Yes, okay,
we did
cool.
it, chat!
Yay!
We did it! We got on How the Heck Are Ya?
Oh yeah. Awesome.
this-
I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be great.
This debut has just turned into like Google Calendar stream of me planning collabs with everyone who's just like coming in. You're like, all right, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, when are you free? I'm free this time. Okay, that's cool. But thank you so much for popping in. I'm glad
course.
that I got to talk to you. And we still have some more slides and stuff. So like, I don't know if you're like you or anyone else is planning on sticking around. If you guys need to go, if you guys got stuff to do, like obviously I don't expect you to throw your whole days away from me, but if you're still around, then you'll get to hear by the end of the stream that song, that an original song by both me and chat. Megan.
Oh, this is
You're
where I
still-
say goodbye. Sorry.
You're still there?
Oh.
I was waiting maybe a little bit, just like, yes, interesting, that thing that you said.
Okay.
Yes,
Bye.
you're very insightful. Ah, yes, slides debut, quite insightful, Goodle.
Right, I'm slithering away now. Buddy.
This felt like me doing a pun in any of my group chats, and he was just like, no, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do that. Anyway, bye Meg, thanks for popping in. And I think that's the end of the call-ins for now, unless I hear from anyone else, but a few people said that they weren't able to make it. And one of them, I took too long. I'm so sorry, Nocti. I'm so sorry, Nocti, if you're watching. I took too long. You were ready, and I wasn't doing stuff. But thank you so much for even just like being willing to chat. All you guys are so great. And if you are watching the archive now, hopefully I have already put. Not yet, but hopefully if you're watching the archive at a later date of this, you will see the links of the channels of all the people that I just chatted with in the descriptions. You can go and check out their channels. So let's move on. Let's finish up this debut in style and go to some of our last streams here and see what we have in store for us. So after art, let's talk about goals, baby. Let's talk about what we want for the channel. A lot of people, I asked what they want to see for the channel, but these are the things that I want to see for the channel. These are the things that I really hope to accomplish. The first, I want to become fluent in Japanese and collab with JP Vtubers. Like, I want to, like, Nihongo pera pera ni naru, ni naritai. And I want to collab with a bunch of, I follow some JP Vtubers, and I especially like chatting with JP VTubers who are also studying English. I'm studying Japanese, they're studying English, because then we can have like bilingual conversations together, and like, you know, me trying out Japanese, them trying out English, and it's very like mutual back and forth. Usually they're way better at English than I am at Japanese, but it's still nice. I invited some of them onto to chat today as well, but right now it is like 9 or 10 or 11 a.m. in Japan, so a lot of people have work or family stuff. It's just like, you know, early in the day, and some of the Japanese VTubers that I was talking to couldn't make it. But I hope that they are watching. I hope that they know that I love their streams very, very much, and I hope that I get to do a real collab, not even just a chat, but like a real collab sometime in the future. I want to record and post all the original music I've been writing over the years. You guys, I started writing music 10 years ago. More than 10 years ago. I started writing music like 12 or 13 years ago, and I have on my phone right here, that phone right there, I have voice memos dating back from like 2012 and 2013 with like just samples and just demos and things with, you know, recordings of old songs that I like. Listening back to some of those are really good. Sometimes they're not good, or they could be fixed up. What I would love is to make all of those no longer just an idea on a voice memo. I want to flesh them out and actually write them and actually record them. I want to do young me justice, and I want to record all the music that he wrote, and I want to be able to post it. And the channel is a good excuse to actually do stuff, and streaming is a good excuse to do stuff. It might be boring to watch for some people, to watch like people writing music, if it's just me sitting for an hour just trying to come up with a good lyric to a thing, but hopefully it'll get me motivated to post a lot of and rewrite a lot of stuff. So I want to do that. I want to have a reason to draw and actually enjoy it. I hate fucking drawing. I draw so much, but I fucking hate drawing. That's the curse of being an artist. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I don't have fun doing it, but I do it to get stuff out of it. I like feeling accomplished and having it done. The channel, I have drawn, you guys saw like all of that stuff that I posted on art. I have drawn more frequently and more numbers of things for this channel in the past 6 months, really the past year, since I did a lot of stuff before the channel started, but in the past year, than I have done in my entire fucking life up to now. More drawing for this channel than I ever did in my entire life combined. And that's how great this channel has been. It gives me a reason to draw, and I want to keep having a reason to draw. I want to keep having an excuse. I want to, and if it's for the channel, it feels a little bit more fun. It feels slightly more fun. I want to either find or keep having a reason to enjoy drawing. Yang, hi! How's it going? Thank you for coming. Yang also streams. Yang, a fellow D&D player. I like watching a lot of your like live D&D streams whenever you guys do a actual play. I'm so glad you decided to make it. Hopefully you're having a good day too. We're nearing like, you know, we're it's been 2 hours on this debut. It's a long ass debut. And I feel like we're more than halfway, but I honestly don't know how long it's gonna be. But thank you for stopping by. Thanks. I'll start doing some one-shots for December soon. That's awesome. You guys check out Yang's channel. If you like watching D&D streams, some one-shots coming up, and like it's very, very enjoyable. All of the actual play streams there. But yeah, my last goal is a very a modest one, but one that is actually not that modest when you think about it. I want to have more subscribers than the number of days I've streamed. Right now, I don't. Right now, I have fewer subscribers than the numbers of days I've streamed. I have like 118 subscribers or something, and I've been streaming for 6 months, so that's about like 180. 119. Yeah, we tricked another one. Thank you guys. Thank you. You're very, very nice. Thanks, Yang. Like I've been streaming. 6 months is about like 180 days. You know, 365, like 182.5 days kind of thing. And this is a little bit past 6 months. That means like 1 subscriber a day, and that's hard for a small streamer like who isn't getting any isn't getting the algorithm on his side for like promoted stuff, and especially on YouTube because there's no raids and there's not as many easy ways for people to find. So you gotta promote yourself a whole bunch. You gotta post on Reddit and Twitter constantly. But I would love to, even if it's not now, just in the future, my goal is to have, at any point, whether it's in the next 2 months or the next 2 years, I don't care. I want to be able to look at my numbers and say, there's more than 1 subscriber per day. That it feels like every day I've gotten 1 subscriber. So if it's been like a year, I just want to have more than 365. If it's 2 years, I just want to have more than 700. And if it's 3 years, just increase by 365 each time. Which, if you've been streaming for a couple of years, that's already over 1,000. That's not actually that modest when you think about it. It gets to a decent size. Having a couple thousand after 5 years is a fairly good goal to have, and it might be even realistic. But I'm not there yet, and I want to be. I definitely want to be there, and whenever it happens, hopefully I'll still be streaming. Hopefully I can get it. 1.5 years so far. Fucking trucking it. Keep on trucking. Just keep on doing it. I want to be you one day. I want to be the 1.5 years one day. It'll probably be about 1 year from now. And then I'll be looking at your 2.5 years and be like, man, I want to be you one day. Eternal anime rivalry. One that I can never catch because it's literally, don't think you want to be like Sensei? I don't know. Seems like pretty fun. I'll tell you what, I definitely want people to call me Sensei. That would be fun. Sensei Noodle? That would be good. Noodle Sensei. Goodle Sensei. That would be pretty good. But yeah, those are my goals here. Sensoodle's pretty good. I do like that a whole lot. Those are my goals for now. And we're down to the last couple of slides here, you guys. We've got our very last, no wait, not quite our last one. We have our hashtags. This is something that I have not done yet, and it's time to finally do it. Hashtags, they're not as important if you're still a small streamer like me. You don't really need to worry about people using the hashtags or getting a lot of fan art or anything. So I actually have gotten some fan art, not even just on Gartic Phone stuff by friends, but there's actually been a viewer, I think maybe a younger viewer, who did some Goodle fan art, and it was very cute. But whether or not it's even necessary at this point, this is the debut time. This is the time to decide it. So I've already decided a few of these, but I'm gonna need your guys' help on deciding a fan name. So let me show you what I came up with these. For streams and schedules, the hashtag that I'm gonna use is going to be nude content. Now, hear me out, because you see, nude can mean noodles, but it can also mean naked, and so that's why it's funny. Anyway, the next one, fan art of Goodle, is going to be Cup 2. So we have nude content. This one I thought of for a long time. I was just like, am I allowed to do this? Can I get away with this? And I'd be like, of course I can get away with this. Everyone's gonna fucking hate me for it or fucking groan at me, but of course I can do it. So this is gonna be for any time I just post a stream announcement. Casual clickbait, yeah! Casual clickbait, get that clickbait view. This is gonna be anytime I post an announcement for a stream, and anytime I post a schedule, I'm gonna hashtag it nude content whenever I'm going live. And, hashtags are useful, especially if you not just want to find it, but they're useful for, muting words. And so if you guys, want to follow Goodle but don't want constant announcements about new streams, be like, hey, you know what? I'm fine following your Twitter or following YouTube, but I don't want to see every single day, stream announcements. That's what hashtags are great for. You can mute hashtags. And so you can mute nude content. I don't know why you would want to mute nude content. I mean, it just became Tumblr friendly again. So I don't know why I do want to mute that, but we have nude content for that. Fan art of Goodle, in case there's ever in the future any sort of fan art of me that people want to do, music, art, anything like that, Cuptoon is the hashtag to use. This one was really hard to decide because the next one is also one that I love, and it was tough to decide 2 different ones of it. Cuptoon is for anything that you guys make, anything that any of the viewers make in the future about Goodle. I felt like I also needed a new hashtag for me, like when I'm drawing stuff, because all of the art, all of this, art and stuff that I draw, it's not about me. It's not art of me, but it still needs a hashtag. So I was like, okay, anytime I draw something, it will get its own hashtag. And anytime other people draw stuff, it can have its hashtag. When I draw stuff, when I post art, the hashtag is gonna be Cupdoodle. Isn't that such a cute one, Cupdoodle? That's such a good one. I thought of Cupdoodle really early. I thought of Cupdoodle even before I started streaming. I was like, whenever I get hashtags, I'm gonna do Cupdoodle. That's gonna be so great. But I couldn't decide whether it should be for the fan art of me or art by me, and I couldn't figure out, I couldn't think of another one, but Cuptoon is a really good one. And this is a doodle by me. Cupdoodle is good. Thank you, Bebe. Thank you, Yang. Cupdoodle is gonna be when I'm doodling things, and for any time people are drawing art of me, it's gonna be Cuptoon. Speaking of which, there's also going to be plenty, like, if you want to just zero in on the songs. Anytime I do a music thing, then we have a hashtag for that. Or if there's going to be a music stream and you want to be involved in it and help write some songs, the music hashtag is going to be Cupbeat. It's a very upbeat hashtag. It's Cupbeat. Cupbeat is such a good one. I love that Cup has managed to find a good pun on some of these. Cupbeats and downbeats. You're all going to be, it's just going to be having a good Cupbeat time. But with these hashtags said, it comes down to fan name time, and I'm definitely going to need some of your guys' help for suggestions on what to use. Because there's some ideas here, but I can't quite decide which one I like better. So you guys tell me which one you like. Okay, I've got some suggestions here already. You guys can look. Dudes would be fine. Dudes would be fine. Here's some extra examples, and you guys can let me know if one stands out to you. Cup groupies, since it's kind of like Cup Goodle, and since there's gonna be a lot of music thing, maybe Cup groupies, like groupies in a band. Nah, all right. How about Narutots, like Narutos, but like tots like children? You know, like these little Narutos, and you're my little Narutots. It's very ramen related. It's very ramen friendly. I think it would be cute to call someone Narutots. Would not be good for Twitter. You might be right. You might be right about that one. I might have to forego that. Like that. Maybe I'll come back to that. All right. Third option. Maybe the third option will strike gold. Like, you know, 2 strikes, or maybe if you guys like these, then they're good. But like, you know, we've got 2 strikes. Let's see if the next one can do it. The nude crew. I think this is funny. If we're going like nude content, the nude crew. It could be Noodle crew, but honestly, just the nude crew is very funny. This is also, it's collective. I definitely want to find one that is gender neutral, and that because I was thinking of like a previous one. It's like, oh, they could be like the ramen, you know, and it could be like ramen. We're the ramen, but I was just like, nah, like I want something that's gender neutral so that everyone can be involved. And so nude crew, cup groupies, Naruto, these are all gender neutral stuff. I feel like nude crew is pretty good, but let's see if maybe the last one. The last one, it doesn't feel good, but it kind of grew on me. I kind of like the last one. Tone Kids. This is sort of a pun on tonkatsu, like tonkatsu ramen. And it's also sort of a double pun on being musical. Like, we are musical kids, we're tone kids. And so it's kind of a bilingual pun. We are the Tone Kids. And when I think about that, like, you know, it doesn't really like immediately grab you like, oh, that's such a good name. But like the more you think about it, the more I kind of like it. And so I don't know, like, I feel like one of these 2 bottom ones were some of my favorites, but if you guys have other suggestions, like dudes, like that was a good suggestion by Yang, dudes, then feel free to just give me some suggestions of fan names, or tell me which ones you like the best. Dochigaski. Fan name Dochigaski. Cup group to cup group ka narutotsu ka totsu no imi wa gaki. Nude crew. Crew wa what's your crew? What's a good way to describe crew in Japanese? Group, nakama no group, 多分。Noodle は、Noodle と how do you say what's nude in Japanese? Nuke? Is it like something like that? I feel like that is to like take off things. Your clique, your group, your gung. This is sort of a dirty joke. Sort of a funny joke. I wonder if it translates that well. And Tone Kids. Yeah, I'm not sure which one I like best either. Like, feel free to make your preference heard if you have one. I'm kind of leaning towards one of the bottom ones, the Nude Crew or Tone Kids. I kind of like the Z. It feels very like growing up watching anime type of stuff, like, you know, 4Kids or like, you know, some like, you know, pop band kids, and I kind of like the innocent theming of all this. Except for Nude Crew, that's not innocent at all. But unless you guys like, you know, feel like you're leaning really strongly towards one of these, then I'll just leave this, you know, unsettled for now, and maybe we can decide later, or I'll see how they grow on me, or maybe do like a Twitter poll or something. I gotta hope that, you know, you get a lot of, whenever you do, anytime there's a, I tend not to do a lot of polls or like, you know, so many likes for, and I'll do this type of thing. I've done one or two of those, but I tend not to do too many, just because if you're a small streamer, you're not going to get too much response, and it's not, you know, getting like 2 or 3 votes on something, it doesn't really give you a good indication of how much, like, what people are thinking. But talking to people like in person, then you get to hear their opinions, and so, like, maybe I'll just, like, you know, see which one grows on me, or see which one I like best, or talk to future streams again. But yeah, those are the hashtags. Those are the options for fan name for now. If you guys can think of a good one, just send it to me. Just tweet at me, be like, hey, for fan name, do this one. And I'll be like, oh shit, thank you for the thing. Thank you for crowdsourcing, for doing this crowdsourced work for me. But yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those too. But now, we're down to like one of the very last, this is probably the last little slide for now, and then I'm gonna show off some more stuff like the background on the channel. The credits. We gotta give credit to you know, the people, the hard-working people who made the stuff on the channel. You're gonna do lurksies? Thank you, that's perfectly fine. Thank you for coming and chatting for a while. Enjoy lurking. We gotta give credit to the hardworking people that made this channel possible. And so, like, all the mamas and papas of the live 2D and of the art and the backgrounds, we gotta give some credit. So first, design and art. It was me. Next, live 2D rigging, the model. It was me. Next, backgrounds, animations, music, assets, and overlays, and openings and endings, and all this stuff. I don't have the third picture, but it's fucking me. I don't know what happened to my third picture. It's supposed to be there. There we go, it's fucking me. I fucking did everything. I did everything on this channel. All the art, all the backgrounds, all the music, all the everything. It's all me. Like, that was one of my goals of the channel. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this. It's an outlet. Like, I want to draw, and I want to make music, and I want to do all this stuff. And I've tried so many different, like, you know, artistic endeavors that never went anywhere and never got any traction. Streaming, especially VTubing, is such a nice one because it is literally everything. I can do everything. Like, I can do all the music, all the art, all the voice acting, all the, like, designing that I want to, all for just the same channel. And I don't need to split it up into, like, well, I'll have a different channel for music and a different channel for art and a different channel for this. No, it's literally everything. And I love that. And I've worked super hard on all this, so I'm really happy with how everything came out. I'm really, really pleased with all of it. Yeah, a talented group you recruited. This dude, you want to watch out for this dude, but these two are very, very hard workers. Don't worry about all of their unsure looks on their faces. They get paid very well in, what would a ramen cup want? Seasonings. They get paid in seasonings. And that's the end of my slides, you guys. Seasoning packet, the seasoning packets, exactly. And now that we are done with our slides, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We can finally see this beautiful background behind here, this kitchen that I'm in. I'm here sitting on the counter of this kitchen. This kitchen took me so long to fucking draw, but I chose, like, I'm so happy with how it came out. I chose all the colors, and it just looks so fucking great. It's a very, very simple, blocky sort of picture. I in the future, I want to add outside some branches swaying, like some tree branches swaying here, and maybe animate it. But that's a task for the future. But this like background isn't the only one I drew. There's also some new backgrounds, or some different versions of the same one that I will show you guys right now. Maybe, maybe I don't want to have this normal daytime one. Maybe, if I'm waking up early in the morning, or if I'm staying up in the morning, and you start to see the sun coming out, that sunrise early in the day, maybe I want a nice warm sunrise of a kitchen. And have that light shining in, feel that nice warmth, and you just go out into your kitchen, you feel that sunlight coming in just at the start of your day. You've got a coffee making on the in the kettle, and you've got something on the stove, and you're just like, man, this is gonna be a good morning. That's the vibe of this. This is probably my favorite of the backgrounds that I drew, because it just feels so much like an actual morning, like sunrise. Like an actual, like, sunrise to a thing. I love how this came out. But, maybe the morning isn't your thing. I know it's not my thing. I really don't like being up in the morning. I'm more of an afternoon, evening person. And so, maybe you want to, wait until the dusk and see a sunset, and a nice sunset coming in the window. Well, we've got you covered there. We've got a nice pink and orange sort of sunset color, too. If you're more of a night owl, if you're more of an evening owl, like, we don't need to wait. We can have our sunsets right now in this beautiful, like, pinkish orange color. This color is very much like my colors, pink and orange and yellow, and you get that nice warm glow where it's a very, very bright look. There's also, in case we want a little bit of change in there, we could have a change in the window. We could have a little sort of a pink hue coming out the window there. So I've got a lot of options for backgrounds. But wait, there's more. There's one more. And of course, what time of day are we missing? We've had sunrise, we've had sunset, we've had standard afternoon. What are we missing? Middle of the night, that's right. For all those late night streams of ours. We've got the lights aglow. We've got the beautiful sort of dreamy mist in our kitchen here. Just the warm light of maybe like a street lamp outside or something, and we're feeling cozy and we're feeling relaxed. This is nighttime radio, baby. We've got just sort of a chill night for everyone here, and this is time for you all to relax. This is probably what's going to be going on for the ASMR streams when we're finally doing it. But don't even worry about that. That's for future projects. For now, just sit back, relax, enjoy your time together. But yeah. That's ours. I think my favorite, the sunrise. I like the sunrise the best. The colors are so warm. Like, I look at this picture and I just feel warm. I feel like I'm actually warming up by looking at this. And that's what I love. But, I could show off my model, but I feel like there's not really much for you guys to see. Like, I could zoom in super far. But it's honestly like, hey, there's not much to see. There's, let me show you. Ta-da! That's all I am. There's not exactly a lot to see here. This is literally just I am a cup of noodles. There's not exactly a whole lot of mystery here. You guys can see that I do have a breathing animation. Like right here at the top. there is a slight breath animation that I programmed in where the noodles and the bump just rises slightly. And of course, I have my hand come out of there as well whenever it does that. So that's very, very nice. This is definitely a very simple model. You can see that the mouth and the eyes and everything are not super complex, but it is a working model. And I'm very, very happy with like how it came out. I do want to make improvements to it in the future, but that can be a worry for future Cup Goodle when the time finally comes. Now, I think it is finally time, you guys, to... Oh, wait, Stara's here. I'm just waiting. Let me connect to my computer. How recently did she send this message? It was like 20 minutes ago. Let me see if Stara's here. Are you able to call right now? That's awesome. Give me a call. I'm so glad you're in the chat. I'm so sorry I missed your message for a little bit. But go ahead and give me a call on Discord and I'll pick right up. Hello?
Hi, wait, let me just mute it on your end.
Yeah! Mute me! Mute me! Hi, how have you been?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah? Like, what's been going on? It's been so long since I've gotten to watch a lot of people's streams. What kind of games and stuff you've been playing recently?
I just been playing the usual games, that's all.
The
All, you know, like, you know, Subnautica, Minecraft, those sorts of things.
Yeah. Guys, Stara is a fish girl VTuber who does a lot of, as she said, like Subnautica. It's great to see her in her natural element together with other sea creatures, like, you know, being friends and or food for them. And
They try to eat me, okay?
also,
They try to eat me.
they try to, but also, like, now you have your live 2D model.
Yeah, I debuted like. When was my? It was
a
like
couple
in
weeks ago.
September. It was no, it wasn't a couple of weeks ago. It was like in September.
It was in September?
So like.
It was like 2
Yeah!
months ago? It feels way more close than that.
No, I legit debuted on September. Like, let me open up when.
Are you
when
sure?
Let me open up when
I mean, you're
had
probably right, but I can deny it. I can go, are you absolutely, you might be lying to me. I'm sure it's not my memory being bad. No way is my memory bad.
18th of September.
Fuck! Alright, I guess my memory is pretty bad. It seems so recent, like, maybe it's just because I haven't gotten the chance to see too many streams with it that it still feels like, oh, I've seen like, you know, 3 streams with the live 2D. It had to have been like just last month or something. But you can finally move. That means you can finally like fight back against all those sea creatures that are trying to eat you.
I guess so.
Oh, you
They
wouldn't
still
wanna?
attack me though.
Well, yeah, they would. They would, but now you can weave and dodge.
Yeah.
But-
Honestly, it was fun using my live 2D model. It's really fun.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. Don't forget to include I'm also a musician.
You are.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
else
I
are
play-
you?
A songwriter.
What else?
Trying to be a voice actress.
Yeah. You're so many things, and you're wonderful at all of them. I like. You guys need to check out like any of the music streams. A lot of ukulele streams. Some guitar, right? Too.
Yeah, I try my best to like make sure I have like a music stream once in a while. You know, like make sure I have like a planned one because like yeah, there's like only so much I could do in like a collective stream.
Yeah. Dude, I love scheduling like lessons streams because I am terrible at just actually doing lessons myself. Like if I don't have a dedicated time every week, I'll probably just ignore it and never practice. And so I do that for like Japanese streams where it's like every week I know I'm going to have a Japanese study stream. And because if I don't schedule it every single week, I'm never going to study Japanese. I'm never going to do it. I'll be too lazy. So having like doing that on the channel where it's like scheduled is really helpful.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna let you get off without answering like the same questions that I've been asking other people. I want to ask you, Stara, what have been your favorite things about like the channel so far, or about Goodle so far?
Okay. So I wrote a small note down because I don't know how long you wanted me to like discuss about
You can
it.
say it can be 5 words, it can be 5,000 words. I will you can do however long you want.
Okay, so I wrote that you're a good supporting pal when I was just still starting and still growing, even though, yes, I am still starting and still growing. You are very inviting to things, so I really enjoyed that you did invite me to like one of your collabs, so that was really nice as well.
Not just
And
one, I want to do more in the future too.
Nice. And also I said you was a good guide for me and like teaching and like explaining a few things to me when we was doing the collab. Even though I got confused with one of the segments in Gartic Phone.
I think everyone got confused with those segments in Gartic Phone. Like there were a lot of, I did a couple of those streams, and every single stream there's someone going like, "Oh, that's what the rules are," and be like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sure."
Yeah, but I said that because if you know like one of the levels we played.
There were so many like cursed like either wrong like drawing things on there, or just like people drawing cursed stuff on those Gartic Phone things. So it was pretty in line, like getting the rules confused.
There was a bit of cursed stuff in there, I'll tell you that.
And I also want to ask, oh wait, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off if there was more. Are there more compliments? Are there more we all love Cup Goodle note?
That's all I wrote.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You know, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. No, you know. But I also want to ask you, what would you like to see more of on the channel? Like, what kind of streams would you like me to either try out or do more of?
I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure because I know you do like language learning lessons, and then you also like collab with other VTubers and stuff. I honestly don't know.
Well, that means I don't have to change anything. That's good.
Yeah.
No notes. No suggestions. Goes like, well, I guess I'm doing okay then.
Oh, you said you're a musician too, right? You play your guitar?
I do. You can hear me. If actually, I don't know if you said you're watching the stream. The background music is me playing.
Wait, are you playing right now?
Not right now. That's a recording of me.
Oh, I was just saying like maybe an idea would be like you just play your guitar on stream.
I can do that.
That's just an idea, food for thought.
I can do that. That's definitely something I want to do, and I like doing. The really hard thing is like I have a lot of original songs that I like playing and writing original songs. I also want to do like karaoke, like other songs. Those always get like copyright flagged.
Yeah.
Which it's always so hard because I want to keep the archives up, and I just have to like deal with, you know, right now my channel isn't big enough to be monetized anyway, so I don't really need to worry about that. But if in the future that might be something I have to worry about, just like, you know, unarchiving a bunch of things, because there's so many songs I want to play. But like definitely I'll take your word for it, and I'll do a bunch of guitar streams in the future.
Sure thing.
Thank you so much for coming by. I know that like I was messaging you like so late that I'm glad that you were still around to get everything. And that like, are you gonna be streaming today or tomorrow? Like, is there an upcoming stream that we can look forward to?
Oh, I stream on like, well, my time Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I don't know, like there's like 1 week left until I'm no longer a uni student, so I have no idea what my future plans are.
So, you thinking maybe tomorrow, or this is like the important week that we're not doing any streams right now?
Oh no, I only have like 1 assessment and 1 exam left, and I'm nearly done with the assessment, and I'm continuously studying with the exam, so there will be a stream tomorrow.
We love a good student. Look at that, graduating uni and streaming at the same time. Hardworking fish.
Yeah.
So everyone go check out Stara's channel. Go enjoy some of her streams. There's maybe gonna be another one tomorrow. And go congratulate her on being a successful uni graduate. Hopefully. Don't fail in the next week.
I have less than a week left. I can't really fail.
Yeah! That's awesome. Well, great job. And thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
calling in.
No problem.
So I will see you later. I'll see you. You'll definitely be seeing me in your chat.
Sure thing.
Bye
I'll
bye.
Bye.
Yay! I'm glad that we got Star in. I'm gonna message Shinobu too and be like, hey, did you think of the thing yet? Hey, you think of an answer yet? I'm not letting you off the hook. He could just ignore me and then he'd be off the hook. I have no power I have no power over him except for peer pressure and social pressure. But we are at the end of our stream, you guys, and unless Shinobu appears in like the next minute, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna do what I promised. I'm going to, speaking of wanting more guitar on the channel, I'm gonna be leaving you with a couple of songs that I wrote. That one of them together, like a little bit with chat, and one of them all on my own. And you guys will get to have another little concert like the way we started the chat. So let me mute myself. I'm gonna go grab my guitar, and we can move on over to that scene and have a good ending of the stream. And if Shinobu doesn't respond back in like 5 seconds, then I'm not gonna worry about him. I'll make fun of him for forgetting later. That'll be fun. Floating above the table here. There we go. We got. Oh, geez. Oh, God. It's so awkward, like wearing big headphones and cables all over the place, microphone in front of you, while you have the guitar here. Now, sounds pretty good. We're looking good. We can move on over to the concert stream again, the concert page again, and we can have our thing up here. But I'm gonna need the lyrics to this other one up. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So, say goodbye to this room for now, you guys. I'm gonna move on over to... We're back at our page. Oh, whoops. Now we're back at our page. Now we have a connection made. Let me turn down the reverb slightly and the echo slightly. There we go. That's about good. Now, the first song I'm going to be doing is a song that, as I said, was written, quote unquote, together with chat. And what that means is I asked chat for suggestions on topics, something funny. I said, give me something funny that happened to you recently. And after they gave me something funny, I rolled a d6, like one of these dice, like that, to determine which chords I would use. And I got some good, just bluesy chords like that. And so I just started improvising a song based on the lyrics that the chat gave me, and those lyrics were about Back for Blood, the game, and about how one of the person who said in the chat, I can't remember if it was Bebe, if it was Sprockets, if it was Zombie Hair, I can't remember who it was, but they said that they just had a funny moment where they walked off a cliff and died in game. And playing together with their friends. It was you, Bebe. You fell off a cliff, and you're just like, I don't know, that's kind of funny. And so we have our brand new song written by me and with inspiration from chat. Walk off a cliff and die. This is not a command, but
me tell you about a funny, funny day. The day I up and died, my soul went heaven's way. There, all my friends and I, our options running thin. The swarms were closing in, they're back for blood again. So I walked off that cliff and died. I walked off that cliff and died. Oh, I always thought myself a clever, clever man. I'd make my break and be right back for more again. Little did I know about the place where I was found. Turned back and took a step when weren't no solid ground. So I walked off that cliff and died. I walked off that cliff and died. Ow! My friends were making fun of me. Life might be easier if I just stay dead. Laughing their asses off and now I'm seeing red. But death caught up with them before they realized. They got scared silly and before my very eyes they walked off that cliff and died. Walked off that cliff and died. And now I'm calm inside. Ow! Woo! Thank you very much, Chat and Bebe, for helping me write that song called Walked Off a Cliff and Died. A story about a terrible mishap that happened in a Back 4 Blood game. Thanks to dear friend Bebe in chat. And now, I have one last song for you guys. A song that is very near and dear to my heart because it was written many, many years ago. It is not a bluesy song like that, but it is a very, very sweet song. It is often when I write music, I will think about characters. Like, I'll have different narrators narrating songs, and sometimes they'll be happy characters, sometimes they'll be sad characters, sometimes they'll be autobiographical, sometimes they won't be. And there is one song that has had a changing number of narrators, a changing number of singers, so to speak. And I finally settled on one that I think I like a whole lot. I'm gonna have to remember some of the lyrics because I can't remember all of them. So if I go, that just means I've forgotten some of the words. But this is a song that is about all the weebs in all of us, all the weeaboo anime fans in all of us. It is like most VTubers. This song is like, I feel like to be a VTuber, you gotta embrace the cringe. You gotta be very gay and very cringe. This song itself, it's a very gay song. It's a very cringe song. And I love it for both of those reasons. There's my senpai. He's the coolest boy I know, but I could never tell him so. See him reading my ho shoujo after school, a little shonen too. Wonder if he has a favorite waifu, but I know he will never notice me. If I keep hiding so sheepishly, Senpai, I'd like to say the way you look today makes me feel nervous. I'm at your service, 'cause I think you're such a cutie pie. Senpai, are you and I the OTP to stay? It might sound fishy, but I could be your bishy in this slice of life's finale. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba. Here's my chance, he's eating lunch and he's alone. It's time to make my feelings known. Keep repeating all the words I wanna say, but I'm so afraid. Don't know what my friends will say, 'cause I'm the captain of the local baseball team. The most popular in all of classroom B. And I know I'm not the nerdy guy he needs, 'cause he's a 10, I'm a 3. Oh, Senpai, I'd like to say the way you look today makes me feel nervous, but I'm at your service. I think you're such a cutie pie. Senpai, are you and I the OTP to stay? It might sound fishy, but I could be your bishy. And what was the word? In this slice of life's finale. Walked up to him, the sweat is in my eyes. He looks up and his head tilts to the side. I turn away, not today, I'm way too shy. I'll have to give it another try. Senpai, how could I say the way you look today makes me feel nervous, but I am at your service. In any ecchi way you want me. Senpai, are you and I the OTP to stay? Oh, might sound fishy, but I could be your bishy in this slice of life's finale. Oh, ba 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 da ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba. Thank you all so much for coming to my debut. I hope that left you on a happy note. A very cheesy, very cringy, very gay and happy note. And I hope you all enjoy. Welcome to my channel. It's gonna be a great time. See y'all later. You're not wrong, baby. That is a brand new ending animation. We're talking all new, baby.